you guys began going about to make preparations for your trial for your crimes.
Aw.
All right.
I'm innocent. You got nothing on me.
Hey
Do
man,
we
I
get-
didn't do shit. I'm not even in this.
Yeah. I hope we get a lawyer. I don't even know what the rights here are.
What voice is that?
It's Vampire's voice.
No, it's just my voice. What are you talking about? I'm not doing a voice.
It's me, Batbear.
I hope
whatever.
we get a lawyer.
I like your Metro voice.
Yep. It comes standard with every Slav.
Just can you give me an Artyom?
Wait, what the hell? You are currently using the legacy.
It was like this for those fucking children. I want one bullet, please. Could I have a bullet?
I love those fucking games.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, where are we right now? Are we in like a cell?
We're in a cell.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still in the sheriff's office.
No,
I'm not.
Because we were trying to solve the problem of, hey, I'm stuck in his office.
no, we went past
Oh,
We were
that.
shackled
you
and thrown in a
Yes.
Oh.
basement prison room.
Am I undisguised or Oh, yeah. We
You're
figured that out after.
undisguised.
Never mind. I'm sorry. It's been a whole week.
It might be a shocker to you, but reveal.
Yes.
That was a good scene.
Yes.
No,
And then
reveal.
just-
Splunch.
Hey, Sal's, how are the bandits doing?
Oh, right. Kasumi, you are surrounded by bandits, except for one that is cowering behind you.
He is now my new recruit. What's his name again?
His name is Hanji.
All right, yeah, Hanji. He is my new dog. He's my whipping boy. I don't know. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just don't even sweat it.
I thought that was Tatsu. So
He's my whipping boy.
out of the trees, as you have an argument with this disembodied voice, you find it suddenly to be embodied as a massive humanoid emerges with a great big single nostriled nose and green skin.
Interesting.
He looks at you with beady red eyes and he says, "Give me back my minion so I can kill him."
What if instead you join up with the rebellion of Sarugu?
Recruiting a bunch of bandits is not a good look for the resistance.
Now,
as
see,
we're trying to prove that we're good.
Now you have two options here. You can either reform your ways, join up with a righteous cause, or die horribly. And I steeple my fingers and point them towards him at that.
I'm gonna bite your head off and then digest it.
All right.
I point at him and I say, "No, you're not." And out from my
Ironically.
fingertip fires an ice lance.
All right. Well, he's charging at you with a club, so fire away.
Okie dokie. Let me open up my character sheet.
Moping up.
Mama. Okay.
God, that's a hell of
Make sure
a
I don't. Okay, cool.
way to end the conversation. Oh my god.
Is he within 30 feet?
Well, he's charging at you, so yes.
Okay, well, that's 25 then.
Okay. And 42 damage.
Yeah.
Right, so as he charges down the hill, you point towards him and unleash a blast of cold
Ice.
and ice. Icy blast. Cleansing icicles and cold air smash him right in the chest, impaling him repeatedly. But even as you watch, the green flesh begins to heal as he continues to charge towards you.
Ah, hats, he's a troll. I say as he is about to hit me.
Yes, as he takes a really big hats. As he takes his really large club, which is actually, now that you look at it, the arm of another troll, or perhaps his own. You don't know.
Cool,
What?
Cool.
Mm.
Is it growing into another troll?
No, because it looks like he's been biting the end of it.
Oh, otherwise it would grow into another troll.
Is that just?
Oh, what a
Is
nightmare!
Is that just an
That's-
internal food source?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a smart troll. We should recruit him.
So he takes this big old club and he tries to club you with it.
All right. Okay. Well, my AC is. Goddamn, wrong tab. AC is 23.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
Really?
What?
Hmm.
Use your words, Souse.
All right. He slams it onto the ground as you direct your horse away from it, dodging away at the last second.
I'm a horse.
You have a horse.
Oh,
You
okay.
took the horses.
Oh.
You took a horse.
All right.
Yeah, you collected the cohorts and you took the horses.
I mean, all right.
Anyway,
So
it is
he
your
missed.
turn once more.
Okay. All right. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do, Sal's. I am going to expend a move action
Okay.
in order to gather power.
No.
A halo of ice appears behind me, and then I
Green.
spend 3 points total of burn in order to use a maximized ice lance.
Okay.
Come on, Daddy.
Achoo.
What happens when you crit?
And you critted.
What happens when you crit on maximize?
So what is the maximum damage for that? And then double it.
Okay, so let's see. That is. Let me count the dice out. So that's 10d6. That's
Okay.
so 120,
60 plus 15 is 75. So it's 150
50.
damage. All right. You fire a spike of ice that impales him right through his head, straight through that single giant nostril in the middle of his face.
Cool.
It comes out the other side and pins him to the ground. He does not move.
All right. Hey,
He's currently
somebody
dead.
get a torch. Hey, actually, Mino, hand me your torch. I know Mino's not here. Whoever's here, hand me a torch.
Nino is here.
Mino is with
He won't
you.
get better for days.
Well, he's not going to get better ever.
Actually, that's not true. He would have been better in like a few hours. But yep.
So I set him on fire.
All right. He burns briefly before the melting ice puts him out. But he's
And
no longer regenerating.
I look at all the other bandits and I say, "Who else wants a piece?"
Most of the bandits sort of fell, melded back into the tree line and appear to have disappeared. But you got 3,
Nice. So
including Hanji.
they've joined up.
Yes.
Cool. All right. So first, you guys are going to have to go under a rehabilitation program to renounce your horrible ways. Provide a list of all the people you've hurt over the years. Second, you need to provide restitutions.
Well, actually, we're all sort of new at this. The troll sort of just came and kidnapped us and forced us to do this.
Cool. Where are you from?
Our village was named Omai, but
Is it still there?
Oh my.
no,
Wow.
the troll destroyed it
Oh
and
my.
forced us to become bandits.
Okay. Well, congrats. You're now part of the rebellion to reclaim Sarugu from the Shogun, who is the not rightful heir.
Did they just exchange hands?
Yeah, okay, fine.
I
I
mean,
mean, we got nothing better to do. Our village is destroyed, and now our village destroyer turned boss is dead. So whatever. At this point, my life can't get much worse. So maybe they'll get better.
well, think of it this way. Now you've got like a retirement plan.
What's the retirement plan?
Shit, what's the retirement plan? I say it not out loud.
Indentured servitude to the great.
We'll
And
work on
powerful
that, but
judge.
Yeah, you say we got now you got a retirement plan. Meanwhile, behind you, Pascal is just like making
like a no,
a
no,
cut it
no.
out gesture.
Hey, Pascal, we're gonna work on a retirement plan. All right.
He grimaces.
All right. And thus ends the issue with the bandits.
All right, so we have Hanji, Bujo, and
Jeff.
he's not from Hanna.
Pascal 2.
Bat by R3.
Yes, Fat by R3. No, we got Hanji, Bujo, and Mei. Got your new followers.
Cool. My leadership score is finally getting in line.
Maximum.
Oh, speaking of leadership, I never actually updated the cohorts.
Mm-hmm. Asked you if you want me to do Mino.
But I didn't. So oh well. I'll do
This
that
guy.
tonight when we're done. Yes, you do continue on your way to EO. You successfully get there. Who are you collecting there besides the troops, obviously?
Hey, okay, cool. All right, I go find Sir.
Okay. He is tending a farm.
Hey, Sir. So, got a
Calling me
favor.
sir is now a misnomer. I am no longer your superior.
What's your
If
name?
I ever was. My name is Toshiro.
All right,
Toshiro.
Toshiro. Well, boy, do I have an offer for you. So how would you like to regain your honor?
I shouldn't phrase it that way.
I
Well,
do
I
not
guess-
see how this is possible.
Since living in a town occupied by the rebellion, how has it been for you? How have the people been treated around you?
Well, I'd say since I've started living here, people seem to be in fairly good spirits. Even the
Now-
town elder, despite the death of his father.
Who do you think is responsible for that? Was it the Shogun?
Well, no.
This fucking Socratic methoding him over here.
Hang on. Just roll with it.
I mean, I know where you're going with it. It's not like that hard to.
Look, well, yeah, I know. Come on. Don't be shitty.
Okay.
No. But it was the regent. I understand where you're going. What do you desire for me to do? I serve you
Look.
now, and thus will do it. Whatever you desire, which I presume is also the desires of our Lord Sada, to the best of my ability.
Okay, so for some reason, Sada thought it would be a super cool idea to be arrested.
That
I know.
is not
I
less
know.
surprising than it should be.
I know. On all counts. So we need to go to. I'm sorry. What's the name of it? It's Kamako, right?
Kamako.
Yeah, we need to go to Kamako, and we need to be prepared for whatever happens. There's a trial of some sort, which we were hoping that you could talk at this trial in defense of everybody. And if worse comes to worse, I mean, you're strong.
I've abandoned the ways of the samurai. I would not be able to fight.
That's fair. I won't make you do something you're not comfortable with, although I think you should reconsider that sometime.
He frowns.
Like I said, I'm not going to push it. You're good.
He frowns more deeply.
Okay, fine. I'll push it since you insist. You should become a samurai again. You should help defend your homeland from people who would like to exploit it.
The sides of his mouth droop lower than his chin.
Oh my god. All right, I rolled diplomacy. Oh wow, I rolled a 2.
They tie in knots beneath his chin. It's
Whatever.
uncanny and disturbing.
That's fine. If you wish to just kind of come hang out, we would appreciate you providing a word of, or vouching for her.
They return to place with the sound of a window shade
Like a weird schlip.
getting drawn up too quickly. Like it starts spinning around the top like. Anyway,
It's a weird interaction, I gotta say.
yeah, this one places.
Not really sure how I feel about it.
All right, so you have collected Sir.
And then I'll go, I guess, collect the Elder of EO and etc.
The new, not so elderly elder of EO.
Yes.
Okay, Sir, Elder.
Oh yes, Sir Elder of Clan Elder.
Yes.
All right. Well, the Elder and Sir both agree to go.
All right, and just a general call for anybody who would like to, come speak their piece as witnesses at this trial.
Actually, wait a second. Didn't you make Sir the Elder of EO?
No.
No.
Yeah, that's not the case. He's the
Okay.
protector of EO or whatever.
Although apparently he doesn't want to use the blade anymore.
Well, he can do that without having to lift a sword.
Yeah, he just punches real good.
Yeah.
No, I mean he just tries
Yeah.
to do right by the town.
Okay. But yeah, just really anybody who wants to come along.
All right. You actually get a few volunteers. Actually, you got too many volunteers. Really, it would take too
'em
much
all.
time to get back.
No.
Oh,
All
look
of
at
Okay.
Sada being a popular person.
Yeah, turns out EO's kind of popular.
Sada's kind of popular in EO.
No,
Yes.
it's EOS that's kind of popular. The hot new scene. They're building a club there.
We're building a dance hall next to
Next to the temple.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
Serene Shrine. House music.
We're also inventing house music.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can't wait for the Piss Ghost to release his EP.
Oh, that's right. We can get the Piss Ghost to testify for us in Kamako.
okay. Wow,
Use-
I
just-
completely forgot about Piscos.
Finally do it the Piss Ghost once and
He pissed.
piss on a cop, and then he'll come and free you from prison.
She pissed when no one else would.
Yeah.
A brave soul, that one.
Delete this campaign.
Try to get in.
I completely forgot about Piscos. I thought he was
I
exercised.
could never forget about the Piss Ghost.
Well, yeah, because I think
It haunts me.
Yeah, telling you to. I think either kill people or piss. I can't remember.
Piss.
Well, considering the namesake is Piss Ghost and not
It's
Kill Ghost.
piss.
Kill Ghost is such a metal name.
Piss on
it.
Piss.
Kasumi has a momentary breakdown.
Piss.
Kasumi, you also find Iago, who's breathing heavily as he rests on a sack of rice.
Well, how's traveling to wow, I can't remember the name of any of the towns right now.
Hugo.
Shugo.
Shugo, wow. How's traveling in Shugo going?
He gives you the equivalent of a bird thumbs
A
up.
feathers up.
Yes. But he doesn't respond verbally. He's too busy hyperventilating.
Well, all right. Keep up that good work.
Well, he's already been to Shugo by now. He could make that trip in a day, so he's probably just resting in EO, getting back.
Yes, this is his return trip right now.
Well, still keep up the good work.
All right. Yeah. you're right.
He's doing good.
You're
What is
right. You're right. You're right. You're not wrong.
Yeah, he sort of waves you away, unable to think of a good comeback.
Well, I guess I'll tell him to hop on, and I'll carry him back to town, to Kamako.
All right. He sort of weakly flaps up onto your backpack and sits there.
I'm Cesare now.
Just like my pop.
So the soldiers in EO are preparing, and once he is capable of answering you, the Iago tells you that the soldiers from Shugo will be there soon,
Cool.
They're marching at a healthy pace
All right.
so as not to exhaust themselves. And yes, and so you need to go back to, or rather, you probably, or are you just going to lead the army back?
I mean,
No, she'd need to. The army won't get there in time for the trial, so she needs to come back with the people.
Also, we
Yeah.
wouldn't want to fight if we're trying to take the walls. We need to lead their army out somehow.
yeah. I tell one of the excess town people to, I'll write a quick letter with orders for the army to wait outside town, like to the north, until the army is drawn out, if that is necessary.
You could leave behind Mino.
That's true. I'll leave behind Mino.
All right, Mino salutes,
I
And-
salute back.
prepares to do her job.
All right.
Meanwhile,
Cesare!
Cesare,
Guess who's back?
Back again. Cesare's back.
Tell a friend.
Hello, friend. Cesare.
all right then. So,
Donate.
Cesare,
Yeah.
you find yourself, after your rapid transit, in the town of Shirado. You are met with great pleasure.
Okay, that's good. I like that.
The town magistrate comes over and goes, "Ah, Cesare, Mr. DeSensi, Senor." I'm not sure what to really address you as.
Senor will do fine.
Yes, well, good. What
Greaves,
can
I'm getting
we
a lot
do
of mic
for-
sounds from you.
What?
I don't know if it's just me or.
It's yeah, I can hear it too. Greaves.
Am I breathing
uh,
too loud?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Keep
what it
at
is.
What can we do for you, Senor
Uh,
Cesare?
how's the army doing?
Well, our forces, though modest, are well prepared.
Excellent. It was like 200 guys, right? Or was it 300?
300. They have 2 units of Yari Ashigaru and 1 unit of Bo Ashigaru.
Excellent. We are about to take Kamako. And in doing so, we will join borders with you. But we need a little bit of help.
So soon.
Quite soon, but we need a little bit of help. The situation has become complicated. In our efforts to take over the town peacefully by turning the people in our favor, we have chosen to willingly face a trial in Komako
Oh,
and are also marching our forces to Komako in case force will be necessary. Well, force will be necessary, but we'll have to draw out the military, etc. Anyway,
oh.
I am here as a leader of a respected town. of great stature and importance within the kingdom, beloved by everyone,
Oh.
and having pledged your loyalty to Sada, I am here requesting that you muster your troops to be in position to aid ours should it arise, and also join me as I come to Kamako and aid Sada in her defense. And your vouching for her would also greatly aid that endeavor.
Oh.
Wow, I rolled a 3.
3, wow.
I still rolled a 27 though.
Yeah, well, I'm because I have a 20 plus 24 for diplomacy.
Yeah, well, luckily, that's good.
Hmm.
He goes, oh. And I would presume, were I to decline, and
If you were to decline,
it would reflect poorly on myself and my town.
certainly it wouldn't be. Of course, I understand. I am asking you for something that was not in, strictly speaking, the original terms of our agreement. The original terms were once our borders were joined, you would join with us and your soldiers would come. Presently, we are basically just a teeny bit skipping, just almost, because the borders are just so close to being touching, but not quite. So it's a little extra step ahead. But could I offer? Once Kamako is taken, there is only one other object in the north that we will be interested in taking. I think you know what I am speaking of. I'm of course speaking of Bungo.
Bozu. Wait, Bungo.
Oh, my mistake. Bozu. And to have provided such an aid to Sada in this hour of her need, I'm sure she will not be able to deny you any request in regard to how Bozu is
Bozu.
dealt with.
Yes, I see. I see what you're playing at, senor. Okay.
No games, no playing. I just speak the honest truth. Always.
Uh, uh, okay.
Always the truth.
I believe you implicitly. I don't know why, but I do. All right, my troops will begin mustering and marching towards. Well, where should they meet with yours?
I need to look at the map. Oh yeah, should they meet or should they be? Well, there's no real flanking position because like, if one guy moves, then they'll be out of position. So I guess they just have to meet with wherever we decided we were mustering the guys.
9-10, I think, right?
Yeah. I don't have. I'd have to open the Google Drive.
What?
Just south of Io. How about that? So I don't have to give you a weird coordinate that you wouldn't understand.
Ah, yes. This seems a good idea. All right, I will meet you here just south of Io. Well, actually, no, I'm going with you, aren't I?
You are coming with me.
All right. So,
And of course, any that you should choose to or wish to take with you as your retinue, obviously, of a person of high standing. I am sure many.
yes, I will have
servants and-
many
Excellent.
servants.
Many.
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 Oh. You six, and you. And you.
And that guy over there.
You all come with me. All right. Good.
Yeah, okay.
Well, that's about it.
All right, well, let's get going. Very nice to have a whole army traveling with us because that means I don't have to worry about random encounters as much.
That is true. It would be foolish of a bandit to try to
One
attack us.
bandit comes out, like an Oblivion.
Also, like in Oblivion, the army is 10 people. The climactic battle of 10 dudes.
10 dudes.
Entirely on the battlefield. 5 per side.
Here's every warrior in Cyrodiil.
Here's the army,
This isn't a very big army.
3 of which don't even have unique names.
All right. So, you return with your newly acquired soldiers, soldats, guys, and yes, and soon it is time for the trial. Since Kasumi and Cesare, you are not under arrest, nor is it known that you are members of Sa's retinue. How exactly do you want to play this? Do you want to just barge in, or what exactly are you doing? How are
I
you leading it?
disguise myself as the fake Hajime and I say, all crimes are acquitted.
It's the perfect plan.
Yeah, how do I?
I mean, it would probably fucking work though.
I've got
just
a hard
numbers
start.
wise.
I don't. That's like an impossible roll.
Yes, there are some bluffs that just don't
Oh, I've
work,
been muted the whole time.
unfortunately.
I don't know, man. Look at the numbers.
Presumably, we'd want to meet up first.
Yeah. Well, so
So-
for one, like all of these new people are suddenly showing up in this town. A bunch of people from EO, a bunch of people from Shirato. I'm sure it attracts some amount of attention.
hmm
As we,
Why are all these people showing up?
I actually do have one thing that I wanted to do before the trial happens. I wanted to visit because you guys found a bunch of beer or ale, meat or whatever it was. I forget. Beer, I
It
think.
was Saki, actually.
Yes.
Sake in that bandit cave. So I wanted to visit the brewery and see if they know why was there all that sake down in that cave. Was it stolen sake?
Yes.
All right, then I definitely want to talk to this brewery and see if is this like the business in town?
Yeah.
It's the big one.
The big one. Yeah, then I want the big one business to be like, "Hello. We did you a real solid favor. Perhaps you want to be on our side in this trial."
All right, go ahead. At the brewery, they are actually apparently bringing up those barrels and getting them ready for distribution, and complaining loudly about it because it's throwing off their stride having to process this in addition to the normal work.
I would have preferred if it stayed stolen. Oh.
Ah,
All
God,
right.
hate this.
I'm walking up and I'm like, "Excuse me, who is in charge of this facility? I would very much like to speak with them."
That would be him.
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 I turn.
Yes.
My God.
And you find
My dad. All these
Don
years,
Giuseppe.
I thought you were dead.
Yeah, well, sometimes you just get tired of being the Grand Prince, and you have to go run and brewery, and I don't know what are you gonna do.
I thought
I
you
had
went to.
such a bad childhood.
Yeah,
Why?
I'm sorry about that. You know, things happen.
It's a terrible reason, Dad.
I wasn't a great father. Really, I'm still not.
No.
Anyway, so no,
And
it
I
is not
admit
John.
that.
It is not Don Giuseppe, obviously, because he's dead.
Or is he?
No.
He absolutely is.
Are we sure?
Yes. I am 100% sure.
Maybe he had a resurrection in his pocket.
No, he did not.
That got outlawed. in
Maybe
Logan's, like,
maybe he's an
8 years
Iteron
ago.
now.
He is not an Iteron. He's a dead guy. His soul is chilling out in Olivia Storm's realm, and he's perfectly cool with that. He has some regrets about how he's led his life, but that's where he is.
I'm sad now. All right.
I mean, it was his patronage that allowed us, as the champions, to save the world. So he came out pretty solid, except for the way that he raised his son.
His poor shitty son.
No.
To be fair, Don Giuseppe was like old.
Yeah,
when
Don
he had
Giuseppe was
Cesare.
like super old when he had Cesare. Cesare was definitely not meant to happen.
So he didn't have a long time to raise Cesare. Don Giuseppe, I think, died when Cesare was like 8 or 12
Yeah,
or something.
very, very young.
But anyway, so no, him, and you turn around, and you don't see anyone there.
The piss ghost.
Until you hear the words, "Look down," and you do so, seeing a very cantankerous-looking halfling who goes, "What do you want with me and my business?"
I noticed that your business has recently had a pretty pronounced windfall.
If you could call having stolen goods returned a windfall.
I mean, if they weren't going to be returned in the first place, it is a bit of something, right? I'm assuming at a certain point you wrote them off the books.
Yes.
Or were you just operating as if they still existed?
Well, we knew they still existed. It was just we couldn't find out where they were.
Yeah, they're bandits. They might have drank them or sold them.
Ah.
Well, I am Cesare de Sensi. I don't know if you know who I am.
I have. You see, he looks up to his right as he thinks. You see cogs turning in his head before he goes, "I have no idea who you are. Absolutely not."
Okay, that's fine. You're aware of what's currently going on in the town with the whole Sadariudo business?
Yes.
That is the reason why you've recently gotten all of your supplies and wares returned to you?
Yes.
So, in a sense, you were done a favor by her. She
Particularly since since there will apparently be no further stealing of my wares, considering that she murdered everybody in the ring that was stealing them.
Right. Is this do you dislike this, or is there a problem with that?
In the grand scheme of things, nah, I guess not.
Fair.
Screw those guys.
So I
And
guess I am
girls.
just inquiring because clearly the local authorities at the time had no means of returning these wares to you or helping you or aiding you in any way.
They certainly
just
weren't
like to
doing much of a job.
They certainly weren't. I'm only coming to visit you because, of course, during this trial, we will need as many voices to vouch for the character well, I won't jump the gun, so to speak, and say our leader just yet, but my leader, my liege. And would certainly appreciate to see you there in the audience.
So you want me to go and testify on behalf of a person that I don't know who just gave me back a bunch of my booze and prevented it from being stolen again?
Yes.
All right. I don't know why, but I think this is a good idea.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
What's the halfling's name? Who is the name of this person I'm doing business with right now? And I hope to do many days of business with you in the future as well.
My name is Yusugi.
My God.
The legends were true.
My name is Yusugi Banyo.
That would make for a good beer label.
It is. I turn my head at one of the barrels where it says Yusuge Select.
Mm-hmm.
Banyo 5-year age.
It's good.
Wait, I have a question for Sal's.
Reserve barrel.
It just
I
says
may
it's
have
good
an
at
answer.
top.
Okay. Are there things that have aged and like they existed before the beast that
I
Um,
mean, wine older than the beast.
are there
Is there a 1 million old vintage?
is there vintage older than time?
are you asking if there's vintages older than like the 80 years since the
Yeah.
beast attacked?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense. The answer is yes, actually.
Wow.
Well, I mean,
Um,
this
I
just
thought
80 years.
for a second you were
30.
asking, were there vintages that survived from like previous universes?
No.
Yes, there is.
Yeah,
And
and
the
Else.
answer
Much
is
better question.
Al's
maybe.
Chemical Emporium.
Man, I can't believe I could ask such good questions. Yes, that's totally what I meant. But is there?
yeah,
Yeah,
Al's Chemical
yeah.
Emporium.
Oh, I never knew that. Oh,
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
an
cool.
interdimensional bar.
Yeah.
I bet you that Baba Yaga has some ancient
course.
pre-beast wine.
The good shit.
I just wouldn't think it was like accessible in our like world. I guess physically. Like, hey,
What?
look at this.
Oh, it's not.
Maybe if you
It's
try
actually,
really
it's
hard.
very much probably not.
Okay, cool.
You would have to either go to the astral plane and look on one of the remains of a previous world
Mm-hmm.
that happened to also the previous world happened to have like its wine country saved, or you'd go to Al's Chemical Emporium, which you can only get to if he wants you to.
Well, now I know. Thank you. That's cool.
Okay. I can't really think of another person in town to draft.
Discos. I'm not joking.
What's the vibe of the town?
Busy, anxious. People are wondering what's going to happen. Some people are worried that the rebels are going to like attack Kamako in order to free their leader. Others are saying like, hey, you know, they killed all those thieves and bandits beneath the streets that were like hitting us up for money constantly and stealing our stuff and occasionally murdering us. We owe them better than to execute them. And other people are like, yeah, but
That's politics. Big shrug. Okay. Then I guess probably Kasumi and I would want to go meet up with Cop Man. No, because we're trying to act like Cop Man has just been doing his job. So if we spoke to him, that would kind of out him as being. So never mind. We don't talk to Cop Man.
That and how much do we know about Cop Man's plan, like in character? Because you and I both know that this is quote unquote the plan.
I told. That's yeah. you told Cesare that cop guy was on our side, and we know that they submitted to like an arrest and there's a
Okay.
trial. So you're right. We don't know just how much cop guy is in on it.
Yeah.
Fair.
Right now, we're just kind of operating on, hey, this is the thing that happening. We
Then-
should probably help them.
Then yeah, if cop guy approaches us, then sure. But otherwise, I'm just like, I'm in town. I've settled. Actually, there is a point to be made. If I entered town as Cesare, would I not just immediately get arrested too?
Yes,
So
which might have something to do with why the
the guy was like, I have no idea who you are.
yes.
I was like, should I roll a sense motive or like, forget about it. I can just roll diplomacy and have him show up anyway. So I think it would be smart if, Kasumi and Cesare, with all of our people, enter the town. We would want to negotiate to like be at the trial as observers and witnesses. I don't know how or to whom we would do such a negotiation. Tell a guard at the gate, like, go get your policeman.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we'd like to parlay. I don't know.
Yeah.
We're not on a ship. We can't parlay. He says.
They're
Do
more
a
like
fool, and then he kills
guidelines.
you.
And then, but isn't an island just a really big ship we all live on? And he's
Deep.
like, damn.
And then they say no. So how do you want to do this?
Who says no? Oh, negotiate to be witnesses at the trial. And also, I guess, speak at the trial.
Well, the way you're told this is actually going to work
Okay.
is that basically the accusations are going to be presented to the magistrate, and she is going to ask if anyone can testify to or against these accused.
Okay, then we arrive to say we are here to testify in the trial.
All
And then
right.
I imagine there are some protections allowed to people who are. Otherwise, if they didn't give protections to people testifying in the trial, then they would just have not people show up to it.
Yes. And also, it's just like, all right, like get in the gallery with everybody else. You weirdos.
All
We
right.
show up with a big rowdy bunch.
And don't be rowdy. Show some
We show up
respect.
with the highly decorated bunch.
All right, we pack the bench.
All right. Good.
The prosecutor's side is empty.
In my time talking and dealing with the merchants and doing that business, did I get any kind of sense of discontentment or like anxiety over? Nah, they seemed like they were fine, to be honest. So
Yeah,
Just
Kamako's doing okay, to be
Yeah.
honest, but
Just the
it's
brew
mostly
man then.
because it's, its thing is it makes food,
yeah.
and that's what it does. So it's hard to have a economic issue when you have something that everybody needs.
But bandits, though.
But them. No, the bandits were an issue for everybody. They're being forced to pay protection money. And while you were walking around earlier, Cesare, actually roll diplomacy for me.
All right. Gather intelligence. How's
I
that?
suppose that was really just a formality. Yes, you found that generally speaking, merchants in this town are happy that just suddenly all these like criminals disappeared overnight.
I bet. I want to go to the man with the Bat by Our Real doll. And
Okay, the bureaucrat,
the bureaucrat.
the guy who stamps things.
The
You
the
find
stamp
him.
man.
He's actually at the Kamako House of Administration, where the magistrate does her official business, which is pictured
Mhm.
there. It's right next to the town shrine. Um,
I'm here to file my paperwork to testify in the trial.
Same.
that's not really a thing. That you just join the gallery, and you'll each person that wishes to
Oh, in that
speak will
case,
be
can
given.
I get my merchant's permit renewed?
Oh, uh,
I slide it over.
yeah. You just got this.
How are you feeling about the events in town as of late? Oh wait, so yeah, he's a bureaucrat. He's not a merchant in particular, but he isn't
Yes.
friends or in touch with a bunch of them.
Yes,
Um,
I think it's
and he's also a little bit of a fan.
yes. He keeps glancing over to where Batbear is being held in a sort of like, well, with the rest of them in a sort of like pen as people start filing in. I think it's he takes out a handkerchief and he dabs his forehead. I think it's
Oh.
very exciting.
My God.
Vampire coughs. I'm feeling sick. Maybe I should just stick this one out, everybody.
You know, the regime has a lot of need for capable bureaucrats.
Also, always had things circled in the back there.
We need people with
Ah.
proper stamping technique.
Yes. We're in
Yes.
sore need of people who are able to stamp things
Well,
properly.
yes.
It's such a talent that is difficult to teach.
People always just stamp it down. They don't roll it like they're supposed to.
It's talented administrators are hard to come by.
Yes. If only one of them could somehow perhaps vouch for the character of the people on trial so that they wouldn't be executed, in which case they would most likely be well rewarded for it.
Yes, if only.
What is this noise that you're putting in my brain pan?
Sort of like
Let's
homina,
think.
homina, homina.
What would be a good office? I think the office of the warden currently has a lot of vacancy.
Yes,
No, wait,
well,
that's bad by a PC. I got them mixed up for a second. Yeah.
as he stamps your thing for the third time. Well, that sounds like it would be good for whoever got that job if
I
they were
agree.
into rebellions and that sort of thing.
Certainly. Well, thank you for the paperwork. I hope to see you again soon, my friend.
Yes.
All right. And just not to
And
take
see.
up too much more time, I also try and like get in touch with my at the fancy restaurant merchants and be like, "Hey guys,
Ah,
you hear
well,
about
the
this?"
merchants. Ah, yes. Apparently, we have the rebellion to the north to thank for our sudden lack of having to pay protection money.
Mm,
This is a good thing. Yes, 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 yes. I think it's a good thing.
definitely a good thing. You could have them to thank for so much more if only they weren't about to be executed.
What much more?
Damn.
Well, just think. How many things have gotten in the way of you doing fair business in this country?
Oh God, capitalism.
Well, the conflict with T is causing quite a bit of an issue now.
Indeed. And imagine if instead there was no conflict with T.
Sada Ryudo would end the conflict with T?
What reason does she have to continue it?
Well,
Sadoriudo wants peace for all people.
so...
And you know what is great for business.
But does she desire Hadanese independence too?
Who can say? What is independence really, if you ask me? It's just doing it like how you want it to be. What do you want? Perhaps she does desire Hadanese independence. Hadanese independence from whom? The Shogun or from T?
Yes.
Yes.
That was,
There are many layers of independence to be unraveled.
that wasn't an answer, really.
Well, so Sada, when her dad was being a dad, that was under T whatever, right?
Yes.
And what Sada wants is just to return to her rightful place of power. And if that is...
So that would be back under the Empire.
It would be at first. Is there like a tariff or embargoes or things like that that T puts on merchants that merchants don't like?
No, it's just... I don't know how any true Hadanese can look
Stomach
to
the-
go back to being under the yoke of a foreign country again.
This is fair. But you would never be able to find out her true feelings on the matter if she is about to be executed. But just look at all of the good she has already done for you. Clearly she cares about the people of Hadano, and clearly she wants it to prosper.
Roll diplomacy. This one is not a...
Only a 7.
Well, it wasn't a formality, but you did succeed. There is some murmured agreement eventually, and they go, it may behoove us to discover where Sada Ryudo would lead Tsurugu. But what about the rest of the nation?
What about the rest? Oh, the rest of Hadano?
Yes. She
Well-
would put Tsurugu against the entire rest of Hadano. The Shogun controls the rest of the islands. He has loyal daimyo on every, in every domain, and the domains that aren't necessarily loyal fear him.
Perhaps it is time they stopped fearing him.
No, he should be feared. He's scary, and he'll kill us.
I heard he has a 6-pack.
Well, I already rolled my diplomacy, so goodbye.
Oh, well, there he goes. What should we do? Well, I think we shouldn't testify against her. That much was clear. But I don't think we should testify for her.
Damn it. Yeah, I
Maybe
can't.
a little testifying? You leave them waffling.
Leave them waffling. All right. Enjoy your waffles. Goodbye.
Thank you.
I have other merchants who are important to speak to who wish to become wildly wealthy under the support of Sada for testifying for her during the trial. Goodbye.
I mean, roll bluff, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, I guess I believe you. And, yeah.
Okay.
As you leave the room, the last thing you hear is, I want to be incredibly wealthy.
All right.
are incredibly wealthy. It can be incrediblier.
Hmm.
All right, I've exhausted my list of like the most obscure people to talk to get on the trial.
All right. And with that, we will begin the trial. Entering the room after the entirety of those in attendance have arrived, and the building is quite crowded by the time people finish shuffling in. Entering the building is none other than Asahi Kono. Kono Asahi, the magistrate of Kamako. She enters wearing simple clothing, not simple, well-made kimono, a sword, but no ornamentation, no jewelry. Her hair is simply tied back into a tight bun. She has a scar that runs down the left side of her jaw, and overall looks like a very stern and severe figure. Her cousin, Saigo, enters after her, and he is quite a bit more bouncy.
Oh.
He is his usual gregarious self, though he looks modestly stressed underneath that veneer of joviality. Finally, Kobu Hamatori, the general himself, in his complete suit of armor, followed by 20 of his samurai in their armor with spears, enter the building. The samurai quickly form a cordon around the entirety of the building, while Kobu takes a seat to the left of the magistrate. The magistrate holds up her fan to suggest that everyone shuts up, and everyone does. I have come to judge the merits and innocence and guilt of those brought before us, charged with crimes of rebellion and treason against Hadano and its shogunate. These four: Ryudo Sada, Ryudo Hajime. She looks at the list again. Pow. She cocks her head left. Her name is just Pow.
How nuts.
Pow pow.
Psycho shrugs. And Bat Bayar
Hi.
are accused of raising a rebellion in Shugo and Io, creating disharmony in the state, and attempting the violent overthrow of our lord, Daimyo Ryudo.
I roll.
What do you roll?
Huh?
Jokes.
We have fun.
And for that pun, I sentence you to death.
Do those accused have anything to say in their defense?
I stare at Sada.
Guilty.
Sada.
I hope so. Not guilty, but I hope we have something to say.
Wait, is it Hajime or Koshal out right now?
It's Hajime.
Yeah.
I assume. It would be weird
Yeah.
if he hulked
That
out
would
of
be
the
weird.
trial.
Hey, what's up, guys?
It's like a weird half one.
Actually, I'm innocent because I'm not Hajime right now.
That's double jeopardy, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Hajime's not here right now.
There's nobody home.
Sada's taking a real long time
I was-
to say that she's not guilty.
I'd rather not say anything until we hear from the witnesses.
That's a
But
weird
We were
stance
just
to take.
we were just given a time to say a thing, so
What is this strategy? Either
Yeah.
so or not.
Sada wants to see what the feel of the crowd is. She
But
needs.
she
She
don't
wants. Sada's waiting to see if she should just like stand up and be like, "Everybody, kill them!"
Do you wish to proclaim your innocence? Admit to your guilt? Either?
Shizari is like looking at you. Innocence. Innocence.
As your advisor, Bad Bayar, I heavily recommend that you do not say that you are guilty because you are not. Do not say that you are guilty. Go with the other one.
Well, I mean,
I've heard-
technically.
I've heard-
You're
no!
You're not
Oh my
guilty.
God.
You're not guilty. They specifically said violent overthrow, and we have done no violence against anyone yet.
Innocent.
Thank you.
You are
Thank you.
innocent. You say.
You try to play 3D chess here too.
Hachime's eyes dart around.
Yes.
Innocent.
Yes, again.
yeah.
Have you not raised armies?
Well,
We had crowds.
Are those crowds armed?
Not by. I'm not gonna talk. I mean, I want to. Okay, I don't know if I am allowed to talk.
I'll
Can I
proclaim.
represent myself?
Sure, we're all understand,
I'll
yeah?
proclaim neither. I'll wait to see what the people say.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Well, then
Alright.
I guess I'll answer this. It was never by. If they happened to be armed, it was by their choice and not under any particular commands given to them. They were not an army.
They're currently. It's specifically only the accused who are speaking right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I assume that I'm. Yeah. She's.
You're
Uh,
accused. You're super accused.
Yes,
and-
but unless it is apparently against the right of a citizen here to arm themselves, unless, but no, it is not by the accused's words that they were armed or
hey,
Does that
unarmed.
make?
I don't know.
This
That
is
makes
the-
no sense whatsoever.
Let
yeah,
me-
but don't. He's not
Uh,
great at talking. But can I just say that part of what
as someone who is great at talking.
I mean, not much better, no. But part of what the crime is that we have been accused of is actually it's straight up impossible because the real Hajime Rito is right here. It's the real one. These are the Ritos, the real ones.
I played it myself.
They're the
Huh?
real?
You talking about me?
Yeah.
Ah.
Come on.
Hajime,
Well-
now is not the time.
Now is definitely not the time to be like, nah.
Ugh.
This is the whole point.
Yep, that's me.
Well,
Hi.
all right. So not only do you claim not to be raising armies in pursuit of a rebellion,
I think that's a dumb claim.
but you are the actual Ryudo children. The ones in Shirado are fake, I presume? They
They would have to be, wouldn't they?
And so you are not raising armies in pursuit of a rebellion against them to retake a throne that would be rightfully yours if what you're saying is true, but you're not pursuing because you're not raising army. I'm very confused.
Yeah,
Yeah, now I am too.
Yeah. How it just looks to Sada.
That's why I just said what I said.
What?
I mean,
What did you say?
I claim
You said you're
neither.
not saying anything.
Yes. Yeah.
As
Yeah,
you
the
wish.
third option.
So
I will let the people decide my fate.
That's
That's a
a bad
terrible
idea.
idea.
you know, I decide your fate. But let's hear what the people have to say. The first witness may speak.
Can I talk to the Sada on the side in whispers?
Yeah.
Yes.
Who's first witness?
Yeah. Well, before we do that, can I just talk quickly to Sada?
By all means.
Okay. Sada.
Sugar. Stop. What does she want? Going on this security.
Stop.
While I admit that we have had performed reform in certain towns, I don't think we've technically. I believe that we need to avoid pursuing the means of saying that we've been approaching a violent method. If anything, we've been violent towards any particular criminal organization on the island, but we haven't exactly taken any action against the Shogun himself. So I suppose. So I say, if anything, that we focus on the incentive. Our motivation was reform and rebelling against any criminal organization, and we have evidence of that. They do not have evidence of armies or any violence. So maybe we should focus on that. It's unfortunately too
Doesn't-
late, and your identity has been outed. I'm not really sure how to take this back.
Well,
Please,
Doesn't
there's
make any
honesty.
sense because we are raising
Yeah.
armies.
I'm not. I'm saying lie as your advisor in court.
I just don't say anything.
Oh my
Let the show
gosh!
go on.
Does not lie. Anyway,
This is. I don't.
my
understand.
noble lord, in this case, I, your honorable samurai retainer, suggest to you that you perjure yourself.
Brilliant.
Plead for insanity.
Hey, Sals,
Yes.
Cesare and I are in the audience, right?
Yes.
It would be. I don't know if it's wise for us to buck the proper legal proceeding, I guess, or
Well,
at least not yet.
Do we
Who
have like
would speak first for these accused?
Uh,
Will no one?
I would
I-
like to speak first. Oh,
No,
Cassandra.
I was literally gonna say I recommend that Cesare de Sensei speak for the accused. I
Well,
just call that
who
out.
are you and who is Cesare de Sensi?
I am Kasumi Makoto, chief bodyguard and general to the to Sada Ryudo.
General of what? Also, why aren't you in that pen?
Fucking heck.
Oh my
I wasn't
God.
here when they got arrested.
Well, very lucky for you. We'll talk about that later. So, you're the
Anyways.
general of what exactly?
I'm the general of the military that we clearly have.
Mm,
Like trying to get around that and act like we don't.
Yeah.
Like there's no point to that. We have one. However, I would recommend that that's our Grand Jafar Cesare speak for us.
Diplomat.
No, you're the Grand Jafar. That's your official title. We agreed on that.
All right. I am Cesare de Sensei. I am the Jafar
impressive.
This is your words.
of Sada Ryudo's kingdom. Daimyo-dom? What's the word for this?
The domain.
Domain. And in regard to your question about our military, we have been attacked by goblins, and we have been attacked by mercenaries, ruthless, who came upon Io and murdered the innocents there in order to try and clandestinely assassinate our ruler. So in that regard, certainly we have had necessity to raise an army in our own defense to protect the people that are under Sada Ryudo's domain.
Oh, thank
These are
God.
her people and she wishes to defend them. Naturally, she should have an army, otherwise they will suffer. In fact, some of these people are here today and they can speak to the horrible crimes that were committed by these mercenaries sent by the false Hajime into our territory.
Again, you presume that I believe that you and your claim that these are the true Ryodos and that the ones in Hayaba. Do you have any
Even
proof
if-
thereof?
I do not have the proof. Besides what I have seen of how she governs her people and how she cares for them. And the people have seen that too, and they are here to tell that to you themselves.
I
Now,
suppose
that is unfortunate because that would have made things a lot easier.
I'd like
Anyway.
If only we had some sort of sword.
I'd like to roll history real quick to see if I know anything that only I would know.
What? No, that's not a thing.
That's not how it works.
Damn it. Well,
They- If it's history, then it's specifically things that multiple
I mean,
people
sorry,
would know.
I'm sorry, nobility. Sorry, nobility.
That
That's
would
not
not be
how that
nobility.
works either.
That would
Well,
be
Would it just be an
intelligence.
intelligence check? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have-
if it's something that only you know, then that's
That's
something
not
that
very
only you know.
helpful.
Okay. Well, what is there to? Okay.
But
yeah.
also, like, such a thing wouldn't exist. You were taken there when you were young, and like specific.
Damn it.
I mean,
This is why we have witnesses. This is like that was the whole point of getting people was we have people who can speak for us.
All right. I guess I'll just put my book of my blood oath away.
it is a problem that we can't like just. Besides the fact that their eyes are the appropriate color and that they are twins.
Their eyes are
Gold as
rather
heck.
gold.
They are strikingly gold, are they not?
Yes, it's unsettling actually,
and-
but that is
and
not
as are
necessarily a totally unknown trait.
It's not totally unknown, but it is certainly rare. It corroborates the point to a certain degree.
I mean, they are twins.
They are twins. They have their proper
yeah.
age.
Oh. I could get a whisper. I could show them that I'm a dragon.
Yeah, do that. Hajime, that won't do it. I'm sorry. Don't Hulk out on us yet. That's for when the trial goes poorly and we have to make a hasty retreat.
I suppose you have people in mind that you would prefer to speak.
Um,
I hope so.
yeah, town elder and the people of Io, specifically
Sir.
responding. No, not sir just yet. I'm keeping him in my pocket. He's a former
Oh,
military man.
Yeah, he's the ace. Yeah, he's former military from
Not
the
even from Surugu.
So, but yeah, the people of Io, because I was specifically saying that we needed an army because you came with an army and started harming innocent people in Io, and the army was necessary to protect them, and so we came to help them. And so now the people of Io will testify to the fact that that was true.
I'll be back.
All right, Cesare, roll diplomacy on behalf of the people of Io.
Oh, great.
Oh,
A
Oh.
2.
Oh,
The people of Io
Are smelly.
They do recount their a tale of repeated misery and woe at the hands of the elder clerics, and later at the elder temple, plus the foreign mercenaries. But as they do so, the elder clerics who tend the shrine and are right there exclaim that this is clearly lies created by the rebellion. How could the Elder Temple, which has done so much for Surugu since its arrival, be accused of such violence and awful, hideous ways?
So, Sal's, I have a
Yes.
question. I don't know if it works for this. But I took a new feat. It's called Rhetorical Flourish. I can use a bluff check to re-roll a diplomacy. If I succeed in the bluff check, I can re-roll a failed diplomacy roll.
By all means.
So you take a -4 penalty on your bluff check when using Rhetorical Flourish in this way. If you succeed, rather than gaining the normal bonus, you can retry the last diplomacy check.
All right, you can do this to save the EO people, the elder and the other EO guys that came with him. It will be you talking, but please roll that -4 bluff.
Okay. What was like? It's a weird thing because it's not like what am I lying about here?
It's just a rhetorical flourish.
All right. Here's my Rhetorical Flourish.
That's a very rhetorical flourish.
You flourish the shit out of that rhetoric.
You
All
do.
right. I rhetorically try and give the people of EO another shake to speak to what specifically saw of these elder people.
Never mind.
They're too in
Oh,
awe
oh.
of your rhetoric to
Yeah.
really manage themselves.
You do
and,
a backflip.
Unfortunately, they are unable to get past the defenses of the elder clerics in the room.
Damn. Well, we have something about those elder clerics because we have further testimony about the crimes that these people have inflicted on them. Specifically, someone who was with their own group, who was dissatisfied with them and joined with us, knowing that we were on the side of righteousness and they were not. And I gesture to Sir.
Oh, hell yeah.
An airport goes off somewhere.
He stands up. He tells them his name, tells them who he is, the former retainer to the daimyo of Kansai, who led his troops here against the Idarans, and who then sought service under the daimyo of Surugu when his former lord was slain. He has now sought service under the true daimyo of Surugu, who has shown him mercy as well as the potential for redemption for failure. And he begins expounding at length on the horrors that he saw the elder clerics do, along with the foreign Vivanese who aided and abetted them, except for the one who was leading, who simply turned a blind eye to everything. He may have been delusional.
He was.
You shall roll for diplomacy for Sir.
Oh boy. All right.
Sir
That's better.
does it with gusto. The room is silent as he recounts his tale. His reputation for honesty, even if he is also has now a reputation for failure, his reputation for honesty precedes him. These people know his name. And the fact that he is telling them these horrible things even have the elder clerics quite quiet.
And they pull their calls going.
They're, and some actually clearly confused. At the end of his testimony, he sits, or kneels rather.
Do we have what's his face, the guy who was scarred by the torture stuff? No, it actually didn't leave scars specifically, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so never mind. Clever.
She was on no scar mode. She could do scars, but she didn't want to.
Yeah.
So buttons. At the end of it, Asahi is frowning deeply at this. And
So in regards to your accusation of possession of an army, yes, we have one, but it is for our own defense and the protection of our people, of Sadoriudo's people, who are being assaulted not by her, but by the false ruler of this island.
there is murmuring throughout the chamber. Asahi looks at General Kobu, who is expressionless under his mask. He has not moved since the testimony began.
He's not actually there. It's just a pile of armor.
Yeah, he took a. He's really sneaky. He's
He's actually
out of
right
his
behind
armor.
us.
He took a water break.
Yeah,
What
he walks on to the stage of the trial with a water bottle in his eye. Oh hey.
Where's the slow clap?
This trial's not over. That was one accusation.
Why don't you have music?
Are there others who will speak on behalf of the Ryudos?
Who else did we bring? We
Shirado.
got all Shirado. What was the exact phrasing she gave? Violent. Was it like violent uprising, or like to like bring violence onto the
Shogun.
what's it or whatever?
The
Not
people of-
Shogun. The regent or whatever. In regards to your accusation of violence, I would wish for you to please demonstrate what violence we have shown to you so far. We have come to this town and we have rid you of a pestilence in the form of bandits who are robbing your people. In other regards, we have come to other towns and liberated them of similar ills. We have not brought arms. We have not assaulted with you. We have not murdered or killed any of your people. We have come here simply to aid. And then, when it was time to face trial, we willingly accepted so that we could prove our own innocence. Show me the violence that you speak to. And if you wish to see the people who we have aided in your very own town, I can show you, for instance, the merchants there, or the brewer whose sake was returned.
Yeah, says the brewer. People sort of look around and then sort of shuffle out of the way so that you can actually see him. They got me my booze back.
He's been sipping on it all hearing.
That's my secret. I'm always drunk.
Yes, well, we are all very happy that you were able to unmake that particular pestilence, as you put it. The issue
this
is
the act of a violent ruler to come into your town on her own and aid you?
the
I look and
Well-
see your own rulers have not done the same. And I gesture in the direction of what's his face? The
Saigo.
pile of armor.
Oh. It's true, he hasn't, says Saigo. Asahi flares her eyes open at him. He shrugs. Yes, well. Be that as it may, it is not necessarily, it is not a mitigating it does not mitigate treason. If you are raising an army in an attempt to overthrow the daimyo, then that remains treason. And treason is not something that can be tolerated.
I agree. Currently, the people who reside in let me look at my map. Currently, the people who reside in Hayaba, who are treasonously sitting on a throne that does not belong to them, they should be punished.
Yeah.
Again,
But-
you offer proof that this is so.
Do they offer proof that it is so for them? Have you seen?
She's taken aback by this.
What is this?
What? People they've been raised there.
They have not been.
I have a question. Have you laid your eyes upon the twins?
I myself have not, but that is not an issue. Others have in Shirado,
And
Hayaba, whatever it's called.
and in
Oh, I was
particu-
going to say Shirado. Oh, I can say something about that.
and in particular, you whose word do you take as official authority that they are genuine?
The official authority of the regency that was put in place by the shogunate.
The
Right.
shogunate
Who would, of
who-
course, wish for everybody to be all hunky-dory happy after he ruthlessly took over the place.
Now, could I ask, what would the point of this if this was a charade, what would the point of it be if it was obvious in your face that these are not the real twins? what would the point be if it would be so obvious to you unless it stood on ground? Right? I cannot be the only one here who would assume that no one would have the gall to pull an impersonation
The
unless it would.
accusations that you are making could simply be the desperate ramblings of the guilty.
The desperate ramblings of the guilty for the last. How long have we been here? I consult my sheet. I suddenly like pull out a Excel sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. This is not some desperate plea that we have made up on the spot. It is what we've been saying the entire time we have been here.
Also,
That tune has not changed.
I understand.
Well, your tune may not have reached quite so far as Kamako yet.
Also, while I understand that this is not exactly evidence, I would like to put forth a perspective on things. I understand that I have sworn basically my life into servitude to the
My life.
I'm gonna hate myself.
I'm glad somebody's.
Sorry.
I
We're
heard it
s- I'm-
too. I just
we're-
didn't want to.
We're so sorry.
You may continue, Nuva.
Give me a second.
My
Okay.
life.
Into the service of the true rulers of this land. I would not offer such a hefty price of what is essentially the rest of however long I have on this realm, or if it were to the service of imposters. I understand that that's not exactly evidence, but I want to put forth that there is a blood oath, and I do not exactly think my words are being taken with thought. No, ma'am, no, Your Honor. It is not the ramblings of a madman. My faith is taught. Sorry, of the desperate. Sorry, whatever, whatever. It is the words of someone who does genuinely believe in the identity of who he serves. These are the true rulers. I guarantee it. I guarantee my life on it.
I appreciate your guarantee, considering that your life is literally riding on it.
Well,
You understand how I might be disinclined to believe the testimony of one of those accused.
I
So,
understand that, but
but
I
would-
also
by that standard though, anytime anybody would raise like words in their defense, you would never take them at face value. Is that how you run your court? That you just, if they're accused, they're guilty at first thought?
Usually there is evidence presented in favor of their guilt, and there have been ample news of the rebellion in the north of late.
And what has happened of the towns that are under control of the rebellion?
Yes,
Have
what
they
is
fared
this
horribly?
news?
Look at Shugo, rampant with crime before we came in, and now it is flourishing.
This is not the news that has reached Kamako, but if this testimony from Io is to be believed, then the news that we have been receiving might not be entirely truthful.
Perhaps you would like to hear from someone who has been receiving more accurate news about us, not someone who has been a part of our retinue or anything of this sort since the beginning, but who in fact heard of what was going on in Shugo and Io and of the good works we were doing, and expressed interest in learning more.
I'm interested. Who is this wonderful witness?
I gesture towards the magistrate from Io, Shirado.
Right. The magistrate from Shirado stands, resplendent in his robes.
Magistrateliness.
Yes. And he goes, Asahi Kono. Kuno Ichi Jin. My name is Kono Asahi. You'll remember. Yes, I do remember. Anyway. some time ago, and he enters into a very long-winded accounting of his sending his minion Hanjo to Shugo, his bringing of your party down to his town of Shirado, which he couches as a plan to, in fact, ensnare them for Hayaba, because he was naturally being utterly loyal
Mhm.
to his lord, or who he perceived as his lord, until he was corrected in his thinking.
Cesare rolls an 8 another for that lie.
Yeah, he's pretty good at it, and you do add the +2 there. Until he was, when they saved his town from the assault of a dark and terrible entity from the realm of Polonius. And with might that could only be marshaled by the true ruler of Surugu, as they were armless. They had no arms. No, they had no weapons. Don't be silly. Don't you tell me what to be, Jin. All right, fine. Well, anyway, yes, they defeated this creature from another realm and banished her never to return. And they did so wielding the might of the dragon that only the true ruler of Surugu, of the line of the dragon, the golden dragon, he says, pointing at his eyes and then at their eyes, can muster.
Can I turn into a dragon now?
Can they demonstrate any sort of power of this dragon?
Fuck.
Yes.
Cesare stands up excitedly. Yes!
But what if he changes into Kosha Straza and then Kosha is like, I am a criminal, put me in jail. I am lawful
We'll have to see what
good.
Kosha Straza chooses to do, won't we?
I'll plead for the insanity.
Koshal Straza's not like a goody two shoes, like obey the law guy.
He's a pretty good dude.
I don't mean he's good. I don't mean he's bad. I'm saying he's not like, I will always obey the law.
No, I feel like
Also, you've already subjected yourselves to trial.
I just realized
Hajime
Tomb, are you
takes a deep breath, closes his eyes,
Asahi Kono raises her eyebrow.
and then I use my mutagen ability, which I can now do at will, which is pretty nice. I don't have to be like, here, let me just drink this.
Yes.
He's just sweating through his glands.
what happens? What do
Just
we
describe
see?
this. We haven't had this described well in a while.
I back away.
Well, also, I just had a form upgrade because now I have agile.
Oh.
So I am more nimble, and it gives me more AC as I can dodge better.
Oh.
But, yep. Koshal Straza appears with his sweet wings, his bitey teeth, his dragon-like visage, and his pretty devastating claws, especially now that he can rend off of one of them.
Yes, they are like scissors. Scissor blades.
Transformation complete. Koshal Straza opens up his eyes.
There is a loud gasp from
the-
the entire courtroom.
I do the Will Smith
Uh,
present meme.
Kobu Hamatori raises, stands with a disbelieving grunt. His samurai lower their spears towards this new apparition, while Asahi Kono and Saigo, Asahi just sort of stares at you, disbelieving, while Saigo continues to fan himself. You are Hajime Ryudo, the brother of Sada, the second in line to the throne of Suruku.
Yes.
Well, Greaves, would Koschelstrasse have to bluff for that? My initial belief would be yes, because he isn't.
But he's also aware that he shares the body
He shares
of
the body, but he is not Hajime, and Hajime is not him.
Shit.
Also, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is Hajime the second in line, or is he the first in line?
Excuse me, he is the first in line.
Second.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're like, oh god, who usurped me?
Batfire. No.
I was always there.
No, the other Batfire.
Oh.
The horse Batfire.
Not you.
The horse
that will
renamed
change that.
Batfire.
What is? I hate.
Oh yeah,
this.
Petfire 3.
Yeah.
I hate.
I am the true heir of the Ryudo line. Do you want me to bluff for that?
If you're saying that you're Hajime, yes.
Alright, I'm rolling a bluff to aid.
Ugh. Well, this is gonna blow ass.
But then couldn't Koshal just be like, but let me tell you how it really is. I am a real dragon and he is the real Hajime. Like, I don't know.
It's pretty sketchy territory to go down.
No, you are. All right, so that's a 14 that you got there.
Can the what's his face guy also roll an aid another? Because he is the one who talked up Hajime as being able to demonstrate dragon powers or whatever. The magistrate, the Shrouded one.
That is true.
Would that be 2 aid anothers?
Yeah,
A
sure. Why
whopping
not?
16.
He succeeds, and that does become a 16. Your yes is more like a yes, but she did just see you turn into a giant dragon. And she's a little confused as to, or not a giant dragon, but a human-sized dragon-esque looking person. So clearly you do have golden dragon powers of some sort. So she's a little off put by this. And she goes, all right. That is certainly evidence in your favor. Huh. Do you intend to use these abilities to attempt escape?
No.
Good. Kobu, I think you can sit down. The general slowly returns to a kneeling position as his guards return to attention. Well, this is all very interesting. Chazari, would you roll diplomacy for Kuno Ichijin?
Oh yeah. Come on, D20s. All right.
That is definitely good enough. Kuno Ichijin is very convincing, especially with the whole Hajime turned into a dragon thing.
Yeah.
Well, this is... But you are in Kamako. You have brought foreign defenders that we do not know. What
Oh.
local defense can you muster against your accusations?
What do you mean local defense? Like people,
People.
from within Kamako?
I think so.
Correct.
Ah. Well, you've already heard from the from your own brewer, a reputable and much respected figurehead in your community.
Yeah, they saved my booze. Killed the people who were taking it too.
Oh shit, Ferd,
What?
out of character. I know who would be a good person for you to call upon.
The piss ghost?
No,
Satfire's date?
no, the fucking sheriff.
Oh.
Well,
That is,
We-
a good, that is actually a great point, but it's your idea, so why don't you do it?
Yeah, I would also like to see my date.
Okay. Yeah, and I was actually part of all that.
Yeah.
Uh,
You
I
specifically, like, we did a good thing about the criminals, and here is the sheriff of the greatly aided by them.
I stand up and say that I have someone who might be able to corroborate our story as far as what good we've done for Kamako.
Oh,
And
do
I
tell.
I turn to the sheriff of Kamako and ask him, was it not us who helped defeat the bandits that were holding this town literally hostage?
Saigo doesn't stop fanning himself or look at you. He just goes, "It is not the place of the law enforcement apparatus of Kamako to be defending those it has brought accusations against. But I will corroborate in the interest of justice that what you say is true." There is murmuring throughout the court.
Did we return? Well, I guess we didn't return it when we like came and got caught. Like the gold that we found as well was like returned to the people, correct?
Yeah, I would
Yes.
say.
Okay, so then yeah, stand up and be like, and who else was aided by this endeavor? Who has been enriched by this, or has their riches returned to them?
A lot of people raised their hands.
Is
Now-
this the act of a violent, malevolent ruler?
And further, would this not be the duty of your own military to handle this? Why did you have to rely on some rebel upstarts to defend your own people?
Right. What are they doing? Drafting your own soldiers so that they can sit and languish within the town eating food. Meanwhile, bandits are robbing you. They do nothing about it.
I mean, just as I was returning to town, I was attacked by a troll that had destroyed a village, and I killed the troll.
Meanwhile, we are raising armies to defeat goblin threats outside the borders of our towns.
Ask the Elder of Io, if it were not for us, those goblins would have raised the entire village.
Yeah, says the elder.
Isn't he younger?
Yes, but despite his young age, he has taken to the role of elder quite literally.
Yes.
He was raised by old people.
Were it not
He
for
was
us,
glued on a really long beard.
were it not for us, we would currently be under everyone in the realm would be under constant attack by actual rat people.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, who said anything about rat people? I do like the
Hey,
Chappelle
man.
show spill a glass of water.
It's already
One
out there.
second.
I also forgot we were supposed to keep that under wraps.
Hey,
I
don't
mean,
worry. I
It's
said,
pretty good.
hey, don't worry. I said that we don't have armies.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry
What was
guys,
the
I
end
have to
game?
just take a short break. My dad needs help with something.
That's fine. Go ahead. Go
All
ahead.
right.
Hey, Nuva, what was the end game there?
I was trying to say that our that our armies weren't intended for like overthrowing the Shogun, even though they were mind games. I don't know. I was gonna lie to the court.
Don't. Stop lying. Why are we lying?
Yeah, we have a lot of
Okay,
evidence in our favor.
Okay.
We
Okay.
don't have to straight out lie. We can just sort
Okay.
of
You
tell
you
the
s-
selective truths.
you all seem to like forget that whenever my characters end up in court, they're not really good in
That's
court.
very true.
It is, yes, it is very true.
This might be my problem. That I don't know.
It
So
might
the-
be.
So you're saying it's a Nuva problem and not a Batfire problem?
Yes. Cause yes. I don't have any excuses. I'm currently shopping Will Smith onto a horse body. Give me a minute.
What the fuck are you doing with your life?
I don't know.
He's out of school. He's got to do something.
Oh yeah. Now that VR is done. I
Yeah.
need to do stupid shit
Need
like
to
this to feel
be able to
alive
look at-
again.
Yeah, I'd be able to look at Will Smith's face in VR.
No. I've seen a lot of faces in VR. I don't want to go back to that shit. Fuck VR. All right, 1 second. Gotta get this just right. God damn it. I'm not sure why. Hey Rita, you're a art person.
Photoshop this Will Smith on a horse.
Okay, what? Where?
No,
Hey, don't say yes to that.
Okay, I won't.
I didn't
What?
even ask.
Like riding a horse?
No, I'm not.
He wants
Or like a
you
centaur.
to make Will Smith into a centaur.
No, I have a
Oh.
technical thing to ask because it's
Oh.
Photoshop.
Okay.
Hey, how come I can't paste transparent PNGs into Photoshop without a black background now? It's like annoying. That's
I
it. Why everybody's
Don't- I don't know.
if I'm gonna if
Ask
I'm,
Google.
yeah, I will. Don't worry, Rita. If I
Okay.
ask you for a Will Smith on a horse body, I'm paying you money.
Well, if it's literally just put this picture on that picture, that takes a second.
Take
I'm
the
not-
money.
No.
Take the money.
I will
Rita,
not
take-
take money for putting together a
Rita,
centaur.
Then you are a fool.
Rita,
Yes.
take the money.
You bring me shame.
I'm not.
Take Nuva's dirty, filthy money.
No,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna draw a thing, sure.
Take my dirty VR money.
I Photoshop dumb shit together for people for free.
But he's offering money.
No.
You're too nice, Rita.
What
Not
if he
just
just forces
reasonable.
money there?
I don't want that. No
What if
money.
he just like PayPal's it to you?
No, that's not how
What if
that
he
goes.
PayPal's it to Greaves?
Well, I can't stop him from doing that. I don't know.
All right, Nuva send the
stop.
money to Greaves, and then she'll have no choice because Greaves will not send it back.
I hate this.
I would never send it
I
back.
hate
Yeah,
this.
he respects Nuva too much.
Yeah. Wow. You said that so like clean that I just took it as sarcasm, and now I'm sad. I don't know. I don't know.
What that I could say that with a very straight face?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean,
It's true.
No,
Well,
it's like
where's the
It's-
lie though?
no, it's like you said it, and in my head I heard like crickets, and I'm like, oh, is that the paranoia? Probably.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'd say so.
1 second. I need to.
Also, hey man, debate team, keep a straight face.
What? Oh,
I was
yeah.
I was in debate in high school.
Oh, yeah.
We were horrible in that
You
we
learned
just
all of the logic secrets.
no, we learned how to use all of the really bad logic secrets that you're not
Oh.
supposed to use in debate.
Oh no.
Because it turns out high schoolers are not really good at dealing with red herrings and ad hominems. Ad
Oh.
hominems.
I
Hominem.
was on the trivia team.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's so cool.
Fuck
That's
is
super fun.
Hilariously, I was on mock trial.
Dude, that
Pretty
sounds
great.
too stressful.
I-
for me.
I was on
Jesus
mock trial, too.
Christ. Oh,
That
hell
sounds
yeah.
fun.
I loved it.
Uh,
We got to one of the weird Canadian courtrooms.
Mock trial was really fun, and we had like a state was at our like state supreme court or whatever, and it was very weird being
That's
in like
pretty
this
cool.
actual courtroom with like these real judges, and then listening to our stupid made up case.
Yep.
Also on
Actually,
debate,
they weren't stupid made up cases; they were real cases, but like
but you were the
in
ones.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being told by children.
Also on the debate team, a girl I dated and then stopped dating midway through. So that made for very interesting debates.
So in mock trial, you have lawyers and you have witnesses. So some students play the role of witnesses, and some play the role of lawyers.
Mhm.
And the witness, basically, you just have to memorize your affidavit and answer your questions. And you want to like help your lawyer, and you want to not help the opposing lawyer.
Yeah.
Right.
And I remember this one time, one of our mock trial, like our packet of affidavits. There's this one
All
guy.
right, sorry
with
about that.
this,
Yeah.
sorry,
That's cool.
you'll never get
Thanks.
to know.
Finish the
Okay.
story, Frood.
There was
Yeah.
one guy with like just a slightly Russian-sounding name, and this fucker came onto the trial and, as a witness, put on the shittiest fucking Russian accent. You
Oh
couldn't
my
believe.
god.
Uh,
And it, like,
That sounds delicious.
Like, I dug my nails into my knee. You're technically not allowed to do that, but it's also kind of like, it's sort of shitty. Like, you can do like an objection, this is stupid.
Thank God.
But
Your Honor, I don't
The
think that's that man's real accent.
the only problem is that like it makes you come across as sort of like a stickler spoil sport.
Right.
So then you, even though you're technically right and the judges are supposed to be like, you're correct, it still kind of might affect their perception of the case.
Yeah. Also, I have one more thing to
So
bring
you
up.
just let that fly?
So
Yeah.
he didn't have that much to say, and I didn't have to cross-examine him, so...
Okay.
Also, I have one more thing to say, Jake. Yeah, you brought up the existence of the rat people, and I almost lied to the court about the armies, but I'm staring at you, Tomb. You're
What?
gonna be quiet during the whole trial?
Yeah, Tomb's letting the people speak for her
Yeah.
as a
Yeah, but you-
I'm gonna.
Opposed
I have a plan.
Yeah,
He has a
but-
plan.
Yes, but like I love that you weren't even gonna like say if you were guilty or not.
Yeah.
Like what? What is
She's-
this? What is the mind?
There's no guilt. So a ruler cannot be guilty or not guilty because the laws don't apply to them.
What?
So there is no guilty or not guilty for Sada because she is the law.
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
That is not what Shizare says, but
That Mara is very confused.
from Sada's perspective, this is how can you possibly ask me the question, am I guilty or am I not guilty? I am the ruler of Surugu. There is no guilt or not guilt. What I say is the law.
That makes sense, Sada. Okay, I understand you now. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to follow you.
Says after having had this entire conversation in his head.
Her legal her support or whatever does emanate or come from the people, so if the people have her support, then there's nothing that she can do that would make her guilty.
Are you the fucking Tomb? Are you the fucking little bar in the corner of Persona 5 that's like the freaking opinion of the whatever?
Oh yeah. Totally.
Whatever. Like, however high this is how powerful you are. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
When
really-
Sada's really high, she gets very powerful.
Guys, I'm so high right now.
All right.
Shouldn't give me the good stuff.
Oh yeah, we talked about how the military did a shitty job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Court is now in session.
And that specifically we left off about goblin. No, specifically you said the rat people thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to try, and as soon as I hear the words rat, I'm like,
Interject or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion at that.
she meant the fat people. You know, like the people who eat off of the weak, who
Yes, I have heard of this.
the people who take what is rightfully the people's. You know, the fat people.
What was that, Bluff? I guess you
That-
get a +5 for the outlandish lie there.
Oh yeah, is anybody in this crowd 5 levels above me?
No.
Damn it.
Are you
Someday,
sure?
someday they'll kick in.
In the audience, wearing a mask, the shogun in a billowing robe. We'll meet someday, but not today.
Turns around, walks away.
Okay. So
That was just me trying to be like, no, rat people? Who said anything about rat people? No rat people here.
that's dumb.
Hey, South.
Yeah.
Point of curiosity. Back in the day, way back when the Shogun sent his armies to attack the Itorans, was that mostly Sarugans or mostly mercenaries or out of country armies?
It was mostly troops from Kansai.
Kansai. That's okay. That's not on the island, right?
No, it's a neighboring island.
Hmm.
What is the composition of the troops currently in the guy's name? Pile of armor?
Hamatori Kobu.
Hamatori Kobu. What's the composition of the troops? Are they like levies from Suruga, or are they still from out of state?
No, these are Sarugan soldiers.
I see.
Most of these levies are actually from Kamako.
I see.
In fact, the only real Hayaba soldiers are his samurai.
I see. So yeah, he levies Surugans so that they can sit and do nothing. Meanwhile, your town suffers under the heel of a horrible bandit.
Which I might remind, we took care of that bandit for you.
Yeah, we raise armies and we conquer threatening goblins, handle terrible bandits, and save people from mercenaries who are predating upon them.
As misguided as it may have been, it's not like you don't have proof. They were arrested carrying the bandits' heads.
No, we're not saying it's misguided. It was intentional that we turned in because we do want to have our fair shake heard out by the people. We are about the people.
Yes.
This was all intentional.
The violence is fun.
Pardon me, as heavy-handed as it might have been.
Didn't we also have bandits that could like we have bandit prisoners, right?
You want
Not to talk
hey!
to us, but isn't that like?
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
isn't that-
currently, well, no, you didn't bring the bandits with you, did you?
We did. They were
No, you didn't.
No.
You don't.
not to court, but to the sheriff. Did the sheriff like point out?
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh, those bandit prisoners.
yeah, like
They did capture a number of criminals that we have incarcerated.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they could. No, they won't talk
I mean,
with us.
what are they
I'm
going to
sorry.
testify? They killed us real good.
Yeah, we're criminals, all right. We're bandits, and yep,
You should
They
have seen
killed
that
us.
guy. He bit a guy's head off.
yep.
I mean, if I had thought about it, I should have brought the guys who were actually like being forced to be bandits by the troll.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but it's also just like a couple of bandits. The word of a criminal is probably
I mean, all they have to be like is granted, they hadn't done anything yet. As they had said, their town had been destroyed.
right, but every bandit is going to say they hadn't done anything yet.
All they have to do is be like, hey, why don't you investigate the town?
I guess, yeah. Maybe they'd heard about it. Maybe even we could be like, and there's another town destroyed. Meanwhile, the army's here, worthlessly attacking Iderons and being slaughtered, losing our own men, and sitting here doing nothing as bandits in some local town that was killed by a horrible troll.
Cesare thinks he said that, in his head, but he actually said it out loud.
Well, you should say that because you were the one who met the troll.
I say that exact thing.
Should we also bring up that we killed, that we slew us? I don't even know if he killed the succubus technically.
We did, and we
Yeah.
already brought that up. That already happened.
Okay. Also, I guess she became.
Well, that brings me to another thing that you've been accused of consorting with minions of Polonius,
Huh?
a banned and nefarious god.
No, I know who.
That's a Cesare thing.
Who is accused of worshipping Polonius?
Your co-conspirator known as, she looks at her paper, Shin.
Okay.
Koshal Straza says nothing.
So
No, I'm just thinking because I do think that like his Polonius worship is pretty public, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not secret really.
Goes to mad orgies, man.
Um,
I think.
what is the nature of like the ban? Like, it's absolutely illegal to worship Polonius.
It's Elder Temple only here.
Oh, well, Elder Temple only. There's going to be some more illegal stuff because we also don't worship the temple.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're quite aware of that too. But while the worship of the new gods is foolish and still illegal, it's not quite at the same level as worshipping a well-known evil deity of corruption
I have a.
and moral turpitude.
I'm sorry. Can I interrupt real quick?
Yes.
Okay, so the worship of the new pantheon is illegal, but that doesn't stop like
It's not illegal. She just said it was foolish.
Okay, yeah, but fair enough.
It's kind of illegal.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I took from it.
It's a misdemeanor versus a felony.
But I imagine that the effects of the new pantheon is still at play on this island. So essentially, like, what? Do they just not acknowledge the fucking holiday
No.
in which fish?
Th-
Rain
like,
on the
it's
island?
not like it's not
I
that they
hate that
don't.
fucking holiday. I'm getting rid of that.
No.
It's not that they don't disbelieve the existence of those gods. It's that they just don't like
Like
them.
They think
Yeah.
worshiping them is stupid.
Oh yeah, like it's probably
Like,
like
who's gonna worship the guy that destroys the ocean every? Like that's fucking ridiculous. Who thought this up?
Don't be silly.
yeah. Who thought?
Who could have thought of that?
You got me there.
So-
Okay, continue.
If you wish to lay charge against a citizen of what is it, of Surugu over his faith, of course you are free to do so should they be in your jurisdiction, but I fail to see how it is relevant to the case currently presented against us.
Hmm.
Certainly, in our time working to help the people, we have come into contact with all sorts of unsavory sorts.
Mm-hmm.
But we have labored to do good and help the people.
Well, I think I've heard enough from the peanut gallery. Does the actual
gallery,
accused
my
have
peanut.
anything to say in their defense now? Specifically, their apparent leader,
I step
maybe
forward.
perhaps? Ah,
Yes.
apparently you do now. Good.
Hmm.
Well, I listen.
Ever since I was a child, I was told of destiny, of my right to rule, that I was the destined heir of Zarugu. That's all I grew up knowing. That's all that has unfolded before me has. There's always been a nagging voice in my head of what if all I had ever known was a lie, that me and my brother were led to believe a falsity. For such a long time, I felt as if this is what I had to do, that I had to fulfill some kind of destiny. That grips the stand. But as the months have gone by, and I fulfilled this destiny, I saw what had become of Surugu, of how Shinzen Hamada cares little of the people of Hano, of how the lands of the Broken Coast are nothing but stepping stones for him to fuel his conquest, his rise to power. But we changed things for the people who had who had for so long known nothing but this. How Shuko was a seedy cesspit of criminality, of how Io was overtaken by the corruption of the Elder Temple, or even of your own land magistrate, of how Kamako was plagued by underground crime that not even an army of 600 of the Shogun's men could deal with, all until we came along. She grips the stand even harder. It seems like it's starting to smoke a little bit under her grip. Perhaps I am nothing but a fake, but the Hajime who rules this land, fake or real, is nothing but a puppet of the Shogun to keep his iron grip on this island. But I know who I am, even if I am not true of the bloodline. Destiny be damned. I will be the one to free Surugu of his grip. No longer will I hide in the shadows, for I am Sato Ryoto, the dragon of Surugu. And suddenly her hands erupt in flame, and a
What?
golden dragon made of flame erupts behind her for a split second, for blasting away in a shower of sparks. And she stands there, panting. Wait, what the fuck? She looks at her hand in a scorched stand. Wait, what?
Unlimited power.
Asahi Kono has had her usual severe and calm look wiped away from her. She is now rather astonished and clearly unsure of how to proceed.
Blood oath.
Sada's sort of just standing there, staring at her hand, dumbfounded.
I can't believe my Damio is.
This is so fucking anime.
It's the anime is.
Hell yeah, I told you it was gonna be anime as hell.
It is
Sal's furiously going through his notes.
I took
I don't have anything
a
for this.
level
It
on
is-
kineticist, by the way.
is Toshiro, who stands first and shouts, "The Dragon of Surugu!" and then bows deeply, his face to the floor.
Oh yeah, we do it. We're all bowing.
The rest of the gallery quickly follows suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh.
You all should buy my book.
The Vampire book. How to be Vampire in 5 easy steps.
How to make a
Asahi looks to her cousin, who looks back at her, shrugs, and goes, "The Dragon of Surugu," and goes into a bowing formation. Asahi looks to her left at the general, who has not moved, and looks back at you, Sada,
What?
and goes, "My lady," and she enters into a deep bow as well.
What?
Nobu Hamatori stands.
Shizare is leaving.
Sada grips the side of her head. Wait, what?
You look at the stands and you
It's just a Cesare shaped outline.
Kobu Hamatori stands, nods at you, Sada. More of a formal standing bow before leaving. His samurai following at a gesture.
That was one hell of an objection. You just basically canceled court.
Yay.
Yay.
My hand is on fire!
Oh, my leash! And I guess
I wave it back and forth.
Kasumi,
I don't
shoot
know.
an ice blast at it.
All right. Hold still.
Maximized ice blast.
I just create a little bit of water on her hand.
It doesn't go out because it's fine.
Ah, shit. Oh, no, you're one of them.
I grab, like, I don't know.
No, she's not so bad. She's not an Ifrit.
You're close. I got my eye on you.
It's that dragon blood.
Dragon blood.
Dragon Blood Sea.
Cesare and I did a good job, too.
Good job, everybody, all around. Kamako is now yours.
Damn, that means we got
As soon as you
Toronto,
joined
too.
us.
Damn.
Nice.
All right.
Sada just keeps staring forward, dumbfounded.
Wait, that's not
Is
what
there any
What?
sort of is there anything we need to worry about? Like,
Oh, you mean
Yeah,
kingdom
armies.
building wise?
well, I
the
mean, like
next
armies.
few hours are
Or what?
Probably very confusing. We want to know exactly what that mill is doing. Is he leaving the town? Is he summoning his army and like
well, actually, no, you're right on the first one.
he leaves town? Does he leave the 600 troops behind, or is it just a samurai?
Kobo Hamatori takes his 100 samurai, leaving the 500 levy that are Kamakans there.
Oh damn!
Nice.
Quick, we gotta intercept them, murder them all.
Dead to the last man.
I mean, they left town in a hurry. I think.
I
they saw that one coming.
nod to the magistrate of. Take him out.
Take the shot.
I'm
Sniper's
fine.
fire.
I don't want my troops to take on 100 samurai alone.
All right.
Oh, don't worry, they're not alone.
Oh, it is. Hey, I mean,
That'd be some.
I guess I take. Wait.
That is sort of just sitting down, looking at her hand, like fire snapping as she like opens and closes it. What?
Oh man,
That's new.
I can teach Sada how to do things because I know how to do
Oh.
stuff like that too.
Yeah.
First, focus your Inder Sundare.
Yes. Also, feel the well deep inside you of energy, and then try to bring it out in your hand and then throw it.
Hey, I feel
I-
like joining it.
I hold it back and I try to throw it.
Let's
then-
not do it in here.
Nothing comes. No blast comes. Instead, a katana made of flame forms.
I thought it was just gonna be like a little fire fart noise.
And then it farts.
Ha.
Hey, I feel like joining in on this transformation thing. I take my necklace off.
Okay,
You've
Consider
already
me
used up
walking.
all of them.
The
wouldn't have already been off.
little pen you were in explodes.
Wait, why would it have been on though if he was
Yeah,
arrested?
you were arrested.
Oh, so I was in horse form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you had taken it off before the trial, man.
Yeah, you
with-
broke that nice paper screen in the policeman's
the
office.
with the antlers and everything, and
Yeah.
Yes.
and okay, and no one like everybody's just taking that normally with grace.
Sure, why not?
Interesting.
Sada waves her fire katana, so I guess I can do this now.
Oh shit, that means we can
I
start
start-
with energy, and I
I start clapping.
start waving my water blade at it like, eh.
There are tears welling in my eyes. I knew this was gonna happen, but I wasn't ready.
So proud of you.
They grow up so fast.
eh.
They're babies, and the
How-
next day they're making fire swords.
Pow is just laying so far back in the cut right now.
Sada,
Just like
What?
at some point, very soon, you and I are going to need to have a talk.
Oh,
Oh no,
this is Koshal Straza talking.
right? Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Bum, bum, bum.
Okay,
We're
but
having a talk. I want to hear it
Okay.
right now. Let's have the talk.
Oh,
No, sometime.
Sometime. 5 months from now.
All right, so yeah, do we need to worry about being attacked, cells? Are we?
Doesn't seem that way. He left the army behind. In fact, we've got a fucking big army.
Yeah. With, how many people do we have in our army to start with?
Well, we had 500, and now we got 500 more.
Plus
Once we-
the Shiradan.
Plus 300, so you've got 1,300 currently.
Nice. All right, cool. I don't know.
I keep waving the fire sword back and forth. How do I put this out?
Just
I'm
stop
waving
wanting it. Just stop wanting it out.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's possible.
I pull out my gun. I'll deal with it.
you aim at her head.
Oh,
Put your hand on the table.
that's really all you gotta do though. Is just be like, hey, go away. But in your brain space.
Alright, Sada eventually manages to get the fire sword to go away.
Good.
Oh god,
There we
is
go.
Rendato out?
So, that was eventful.
Totally normal thing. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
This is not how I thought the trial would go.
How did you think it would go?
Like a normal.
I thought we were
trial.
going to lose.
Yeah, I thought it was a very normal,
Also
straight
Executed.
trial.
End of the campaign.
Well, I was trying to goad the general guy into it to attacking us a little bit, or trying to attack us.
Yeah, he read the room.
Lynn's legitimacy, man. If he attacks us, then that looks good on us and bad on him.
Anyway, I guess we should speak with the Magister.
Yes, the Magister. You're all arrested for being sorcerers.
The sour
the greatest crime, witchcraft.
How flies away.
On her broom.
Bye.
Key is also a form of witchcraft.
Okay. So, here is the world.
Objection. This accent is ridiculous.
Objection. This meme is too old.
My life.
My life.
Shut up.
The moment the trial turned in our favor. My life. Sorry. What about the world, Sals?
No, that was a joke. So, Kamako is somewhat in a celebratory mood. You having both been acclaimed the true ruler of Sarugu and having eliminated their major crime issue. And you taking over half the island.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
50%.
the fake Hajime isn't gonna like this.
No.
How
No,
did
he
this even?
It's gonna
likely
be-
will not.
He's gonna be like, oh, those meddling kids.
In fact, segue to
His evil lair.
yes.
In Hayaba. Oh, those meddling rebels. No. You don't know what's going on in
Yeah.
Hayaba.
Not yet.
You're here.
Yeah.
However, the celebratory mood is. Hold on.
Gotta get the celebratory music.
The song of my people.
The celebratory mood is dampened somewhat by the sudden arrival of something strange.
Aliens.
Dragon.
No, a bune, a ship.
Oh.
That the Kamakans do not recognize is sort of sailing into the harbor, but it is not being rowed. It's just sort of floating on the current.
A ghost Boone.
Oh no, it's the piss ghost Bune. He's finally leaving.
The Yellow Pearl.
He says, goodbye, Kamako. I must go my own way now. And the town is
You
distraught.
Investigate. The magistrate is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I pull
How
out my
close-
I
how
pull out
close?
my pirate spyglass.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
you
I
have
had to
a
step out
spyglass.
real quick. What's the what was going on?
There's a ghost Boone in the docks.
Oh no.
Oh, it's
It has not reached the docks yet.
It's approaching the docks. I
How
pull out
close is it?
my pirate spyglass.
Yes. Well, peering through the mist that, as the evening has started to fall upon Kamako, has begun to build up over the harbor, hiding what is out at sea. You see a familiar Bune.
A familiar.
This is a
Boone.
ship you have seen before, although last time it had more friendly pirates and less blood.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
And
Right.
nailed to its front was not the human form of your succubus servant.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Damn.
Wait, he's alive though.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
He hasn't gone back into your necklace, so
Right.
no, he's sort of just nailed to the front, and he appears to be yelling something.
Okay.
Okay.
What's his Alan?
Now, roll perception, see if you can read his
I did.
lips.
I'm
Let me roll too.
Well, only one of you is holding a spyglass.
Oh man, how close is he? Can Pow just fly over there?
I use my special eyes.
Sals, I rolled my perception.
You did.
30.
All right. The 30 allows you to do so. He is saying. Okay, actually, Paulina's able to read this too. Good.
Nice.
She has special eyes.
He is saying, "Get down."
Oh shit.
I drop.
I immediately
Drop.
like
Oh,
I jump.
I follow Trezari's lead.
there.
How yells drop to the ground.
Can I? Is it possible for me to drop?
Yes.
Yes.
I drop.
Drop the best you can.
Do it.
You just
You don't
fall.
like-
You just fall sideways.
No, you don't. You go. You lie down like a horse, which they can do.
Well, no, that's not why I implied. I
Because
thought
you're
I was.
very big.
Never mind. Yeah,
Well,
then
yeah.
I
You
would-
wouldn't just fall to the ground because you'd break all your ribs, but you do
Oh. Ow.
Anyways,
get down.
Hide behind a thing.
You hide behind him. So as you are going to ground, the magistrate and Saigo do as well. People around you sort of follow your lead, or sort of confused. A number of lights, a line of them,
Oh.
erupt from the mists, and shortly thereafter, you are treated with the sound of rapid staccato booms as suddenly wood starts flying off the bune
shit.
before it explodes in a violent eruption of flame and wood that goes flying in all directions, including towards you. People who were not ducking before are now, as shrapnel begins spattering the dock areas. A number of people receiving injuries from the flying wood.
Pow moves to defend the magistrate.
Oh, well, that's nice of you.
Oh, ooh. I actually have a thing I need to do. I make a wall. Well, I make a kinetic cover of water in front of Thada, I guess.
Okay. Well, that does in fact absorb a nice large piece of now driftwood. And Pow, you have a piece of wood flying towards you.
Yeah. How
Yeah.
big is it?
It's, I would say, arrow-sized.
Okay.
Wait, catch it.
She catches it.
All right.
You're a monk.
Pow, you catch the wood, and you just like,
You catch it, then you eat it.
She crunches it in her fist. Not even eat it.
Fiost.
Fiost.
Cesare, roll a d2.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Shit. Will they, won't they?
What's a 1 get me?
A 1, you feel a sudden flippy feeling on your chest.
A flippy feeling.
Yes. Examining your periapt of the Arago, its central jewel has flipped back to its other position of Irago not being permanently summoned.
I see. Well, I'll just keep that in mind.
Presumably,
'Cause he
Gadaris
died.
has returned home for the time being.
Yes.
And then, out of the mist, sails a ship that is clearly not a bune or any other sort of vessel of Sarugan make. It is, in fact, a galleon,
Oh no. Cesare.
a massive ship
no.
built upwards like a castle, whose mighty sails propel it forward through the twilight mist. Its rows of cannons reloading for a second volley should it choose to unleash its flying death upon the town that now swears allegiance to you. From its mass, 2 flags fly, 1 a normal skull and crossbones,
I don't know what
2
this is.
a pair of scissors suspended
Oh my god.
2 circles.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
It's my balls. He wants my balls.
He wants the balls.
Fucking rest in
Alright.
peace, Shazari. Thada looks up and sees this and says, well, shit.
It stops about midway out in the harbor, beyond bow range, but quite well within its ability to fling cannonballs at you.
Sorry.
Sorry, your ex is gonna attack an entire town just to cut off your balls?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Sorry,
let
we
Not
could use those-
abnormal.
well, let them come. I will defend you, Cesare.
Thank
I
you.
will defend your balls with my
Sapphire,
life.
as you say that, a second row of cannons flip up their
Yes, I gesture at the ship. What are you going to do, Zach?
flip up their little cannon covers in
You
the
bet- you
hull
bet.
of the ship and
I
sort of
try
roll
and,
out.
with my spyglass, see if Claude is looking this way, if he's on the
Claude
ship.
is looking directly at you with his spyglass.
Yes.
As he notices that you are looking at him, he puts down his spyglass and points at you, and then points at the flag.
Cesare just kind of nods his head. Yep, I got that. I did.
And then he points towards a rowboat that is slowly rowing its way towards you.
Okay. I nod and I start walking towards the rowboat.
What the fuck are you doing? Wait, do you think
It
that's
reaches
smart?
you. It's quite a large vessel. In fact, it would have its own mast if it was up. There's a few crewmen tending to its oars, and the guy in charge looks actually to be one of the former pirates of the former ship that just got exploded.
Oh,
And he's clearly terrified, and he goes, Cesare de Sensi, I was kept alive because I know who you were. Sorry.
yeah.
The captain of that ship desires your presence.
Oh, does he?
And your balls.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah, I reached my cross. I got presents for him right here. No, that's not what I say. It's spooky. It's scary.
It's spooky, it's scary.
Spooky, scary.
As well as the presence of the leader of this rebellion.
Okay. That's a little different.
That's
This is
not
going to
happening.
sound like a ridiculous question to you right now, I know. But does he have any way of assuring me that he won't kill her?
His intent is to turn her over to the regent in Hayaba,
I see.
as he has been employed to do so during the fulfilling of his own personal agenda involving a pair of scissors.
Right. Is he going to just like keep shooting the town?
If you do not return, we will turn around in the boat and he will bombard the town.
Well, we don't want that.
Well. Did you just say us two, or can we bring people?
Am I within ear distance of this?
I haven't agreed to this, yes.
Okay.
To this yet, no.
I'm
Is
asking-
it just, or
I'm
can
ask-
I bring plenty of friends?
No, just the two of you. And he said that you would suggest that, and that his reply is, I'm not an idiot.
Are you sure?
Well, that's what he said.
Vampire is like glaring.
Can I not bring my friends
curiosity.
and instead bring a bunch of acquaintances?
That's an interesting technicality, but I think that would still not be in the spirit of what he requested. Then again, I don't know him from Adam, so if you really want to, but then these guys will kill me if I betray them, so...
Okay, I
Hmm.
know what I can do. I take the amulet, the periapt.
Yep.
I flip it and I summon Gadaris.
Okay. Godars reappears.
Ah!
1 HP. He is
Oh, he
clearly
only
blown up.
just died, so he's not going to have full health.
Yep. He is halfway between being a succubus and a human.
I see. So he can't pull off a very decent disguise right now.
He's he's clearly charred. There is a piece of wooden like boat sticking out of his the left side of his chest.
Ah,
He looks at you and goes, "What?"
well, I guess never mind. I was hoping you could disguise yourself as Sad over here and we just go over there.
What?
But- well, do you want to go on the pirate ship that's
No,
literally
you
going to
just
leave?
summoned a weird succubus from
Yeah,
what?
don't worry
Yeah, hi.
about
I've been
it.
here the entire time.
What?
I was a really hot guy. Not
What?
the
What?
fire one, the other one.
Don't worry about it, Sada. It's fine.
Ugh.
Also, you're not getting on that boat.
You've got the weird flame hand. I've got the guy.
Literally half water.
What's the big deal? Ah,
Although I will say that the succubus is quite hot.
Wait, you said
Yeah.
handsome guy?
handsome guy, yeah.
No, the succubus did.
Yeah. You know, what was my name again?
Toshiro Yabuto.
Yeah. Yabuto.
Hmm.
Oh my
You know, the
God.
peasant that was like from the town that just sort of showed up.
What? That was
Kill
you?
things with
Oh
his bare
yeah.
hands.
I was
Yeah,
calling
that's
you.
me. His face turns it.
So
Goes
what
back.
happened over there?
I approached Claude. He was less than receptive. He murdered everybody on the ship. He tied me to it, and then he sailed me into town. And
Oh wait, now
stacked-
we're down a ship, aren't we?
He packed it with gunpowder, and then he shot it with cannons. And
We're not down a ship. That was a pirate's ship in the cove.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Hey, you might not want to look at this. He grabs the piece of wood that's just jutting out of him, and with a semi-disgusted, semi-pained groan, slowly slides it out, causing a brief flow of black ichor to flow forth from his chest and leaving a sucking hole where, when he finally extracts it.
I see.
He drops it to the ground. No real anatomy can be seen within his form. It's just a mass of black crud
Cool.
that slowly coagulates and recongeals into his normal.
Sal's, my plan was so that I could disguise Gadaris as Sada. So presumably I would have done it out of vision. What's his face?
Mm-hmm.
If I heal Gadaris, can we do that? Disguise him? He has his shapeshiftingness.
Yes, he has a shapeshiftingness anyway. Now that he's actually freed of the chunk of wood, he sort of slowly and shifts back into his normal peasanty self.
Mm-hmm. Well,
He makes a point of doing this behind Batbayar with
right.
relation to the ship.
Where's Punchy Heel Man? I need to get Gadaris.
Shinichi is with your army.
That's right. Do we have any means of healing?
A potion or something?
Oh yeah, I do have potions in my inventory.
Oh, Hajime, are you still Koschelstrasse?
Yes.
Oh,
He's n-
Gadaris looks at you.
I look back.
He does a little wave.
Hi.
Don't
You know I can
worry.
see desires, yes.
You're not going to have to deal with us very much longer, Koschelstrasse, so you can chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Where is my inventory?
Oh yeah, Koshel, what did you want to talk to me about?
About being good. Doing the right thing.
Maybe clearing our rebellion of some of our sinister forces. Because the end does not justify the means.
I've done nothing but good for this place.
I did not mention you.
Okay.
Right, of
Oh, you're
course
talking
not.
about Shin.
After all, I am.
Yeah, but
perfectly moral character.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
a perfectly moral character.
Totally upstanding.
All you do is you go around and bite people's necks off, so. Alright, I'm rolling Cure Serious. That we picked up at one point. I don't know what caster level this is.
Cure Serious is cast at level 5.
Okay, so plus 10.
Aha.
Well, 37 cures quite a lot of Gadar's blown uppitedness.
Okay,
He's now looking a lot better and easily shifting between forms. You're a good master.
thank you. Now I need you to disguise yourself as Sada.
He shifts into Sada Ryudo very easily.
I
Huh.
take the periapt off and I walk up to Kasumi.
Okay.
Kasumi,
I'm
Amen.
suddenly free!
I'm not.
Wait.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not really free.
Yes, I know. This has been your periapt all along. I have a couple of currently ongoing commands for this thing. Could you please? This is like a final request, so to speak. Could you put this on and then just say do the same stuff that I had said earlier for you to do?
Okay. Also, not cool.
Yeah, well,
And then I do that.
All right. Gadaris goes, okay, I guess I'm going to continue doing the same stuff that Cesare had me doing at Infinitum.
right.
Great. Boredom.
Well, no, because we'll see. All right. Then with Guy and myself, I step onto this rowboat.
Okay. You and not Sada and Guy and those 4 guys back to the ship. And soon enough, a lot of you find yourselves face to face with none other than Claude Eglantine, noted pirate,
I've noted it.
noted
Hmm.
murderer,
Also noted.
noted lover,
Ugh.
Noted.
noted temper.
Yeah, noted.
Ah, there he is.
Noted giant of a man.
Noted mustache, Claude Eglantine. He looks at you. He is surrounded by his crew. He stares at you emotionlessly as you, Gadaris, and the third man, the pirate, from your side, get onto the boat. As soon as you are all properly embarked, he goes, Cesare,
Claude.
the Daimyo Ryudo, I presume.
She's
Did
not
not
going
sound-
to speak to you.
No. Too bad. I much prefer talkative company.
Well, you're just going to have to settle with me. I can be plenty talkative when I want to.
Don't I know?
Of
Ah.
course.
And of course, the third, the extraneous third. Claude draws a pistol, shoots the man in the neck, who falls backwards over the side of the boat. Yeah, that makes things easier.
Always good to keep a tidy crew. You're
Cesare.
always very good about that.
I have missed you for a long time.
I can see that.
You left me without even saying goodbye.
Kiss.
I know. It is one of my greatest regrets.
Why then? We were so good together. Everything.
We were too good together, Claude. I had nowhere left to go.
You left me because you were unsatisfied?
Savage.
You desired more than what we had? When what we had was perfect? You may have noticed my flag. I'm beginning to think it was money well spent.
Oh, I at no point did not take it as a very serious prescription. Well,
Please just say anything. Anything. Any one single thing. That would make me not murder you hideously. Rip off your testicles and let you bleed onto the floor.
Damn.
Can you think of
I'm
anything? He says to the crewman on his left. No. Can you think of anything? No. Can you think of anything? 9! Good. Yeah,
Where did I get this German guy?
it's from the north.
That is no Germany.
He's from the lands of the petty kings. He's very earnest there. So, Chazar, I'm listening.
what would it do if I told you I'm sorry? I am here, am I not? Could I not be sorry if I was not here?
I am a little confused as why you did not just plea. It's not normally in your...
I missed you, Claude. It is the truth. I sent to try and find you. I mean, certainly you've been trying to find me yourself, but I was hoping it would be a bit on more of an equal footing. I don't especially like to be under the threat of having my balls chopped off at any given moment, but at a certain phase, I do recognize I may deserve it.
Yes, well,
But even if I do, I still would like to keep them.
you truly missed me?
Every time.
Well, is this a... Did you?
Well, I'm making a joke about missing him with a bullet.
Ah,
I'm not really lying. God, did Cesare actually miss Claude? No, I don't think so. I think Cesare saw Claude as a dead end in his life, and he wanted to move on to bigger and better things. So even though he might actually legitimately feel a little bit bad about what he did to Claude, it's definitely like he's not upset that he ended that relationship.
Hmm.
It is one of the few things where like Cesare might be like, yeah, that was pretty mean what I did.
And the thought there.
And yeah, but past that, but then it was also like, yeah, but I did like, I didn't want to just be on Claude's boat for the rest of my life.
Both in the. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Make a bottom joke?
perhaps,
I don't know.
perhaps. Not too much time has passed.
That's what he calls his name.
Perhaps you and I could come together again.
If you get back together with him, he will join us.
Compare mustache grooming tips.
I see you've been taking excellent care of yours.
And you yours.
They've got really, really good new techniques I've discovered here in Surugo. I would love to share them with you. I don't know if you've been
I
shown
have
them.
not. I have
We
not
could-
taken in much of the local culture.
Yeah, we could do that thing that we used to love to do: sit in the sauna and groom each other's mustaches for one another.
Do they have saunas here?
They do. They have excellent saunas, in fact. And soon, once we return Sada Ryudo to the Regent, I'm sure we can visit it. Have a little shore leave, so to speak.
Yeah.
Catch up on what we've been doing with our lives.
I do apologize, Miss Ryudo. Of course, you must know that this is merely business. I don't hold any particular hatred towards you. You're merely convenient.
Of course. Well, she's a bit upset right now, as
I
I
can see.
have betrayed her in such a terrible way, as I have done many times.
Yes, you have.
So, you'll forgive her if, in her stewing and fuming, she continues not to speak to you.
I would not be surprised.
So she is here for this, right?
Yeah,
Not Sada, the fake Sada.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
this guy's a
Well,
fucking idiot.
Right.
We're on an exploded dock, and I guess I'm eating like I don't know.
A sandwich.
Yeah. I'm
baked
like,
sweet potato.
man.
Just a potato. Just a raw potato.
No.
Yes.
Sweet potato.
Bathfire just eats potatoes.
Yep.
It's canon. I demand it so. As the ruler of Saruga, Bathfire eats potatoes.
No, a nice toasty yam.
You know, you
It's
could
toasty.
easily.
Anyway, so Cesare, shall we go off into that sunset once more
Oh my god.
together?
Kiss him.
You should roll bluff, actually.
I should roll bluff. I'm also
Yeah.
going to be rolling sense mode.
Kiss him.
Okay.
So here's a bluff.
Right on the side.
Good.
Wowie.
Good. That's
Good bluff.
Good. That's if there was ever a time to roll a good bluff. And a not bad sense motive.
All right. Cesare knows Claude quite well. He is a very mercurial moods, and you suspect that this might be one of them, where he is more inclined, by luck of yours, to be believing of your contrition. Tomorrow, he might just keelhaul you.
I know. But I have a thing.
Yes. He's gonna go to bed with him and then suffocate him with a pillow.
No. I have a love potion.
I forgot.
It's the end of Incredible Mr. Ripley. That's what it is. They're on a boat.
All right. Cesare, what do
And
you
I
do?
would like to share a drink with him. As we have not had a drink together in such a long time.
Yes. A drink?
Yes.
Bring us wine from inside. Mine. The good. It's on the
good.
right.
The pre-beast vintage.
The previous, actually, that would be very vinegary bad wine. Like, there's no such thing, like, in all truth, as like 30-year-old wine and stuff like that. It does not age in infinitely. So 80 years old, it's just bad wine.
Yeah.
Eventually, it gets too good and becomes bad.
Mm-hmm.
But Claude doesn't know that. Bring out
So he
the-
serves me some vinegar.
It's really good, isn't it? So Claude, he brings. You're brought a mug. He pours wine for both of you, and he goes to a new beginning. And he drinks. You do not drink?
I sense motive. He's in the happy mercurial mood, but he could still be crafty or plotty. But I literally have no checking of stuff is stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
You already
wait,
sensed motive before. He is in that.
yeah.
You
So
think.
I also drink.
Okay. You are not poisoned. Congratulations.
Yes, you do.
Huzzah!
But instead, it is a love.
But
potion.
you're affected by a love potion.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Now you shall know loss as I have! And he pushes you.
Oh no.
That would be very good. Yeah, can I continue to be drinking and then slip the potion?
Sure.
Okay.
All right. You pour the roll
boy.
sleight of hand.
Yeah.
All right. I'm good at bluffing, but am I good at sleight of handing? Answer: no. In fact, I'm so. Wait. I'm so not good at it. It's not even on my sheet. Is this a background skill?
Yes.
Aha. Well, fortunately, it is Dex, and fortunately, I did have the foresight to at least put 1 in it. So, how about? Do you remember how you can spend resolve points? Not resolve
Yes.
points. The things. I would
Yes.
like to do this.
All right. Hero
make
point.
it-
Roll again.
Okay.
Well, that's definitely better. You rolled a 21.
Is it a 21 plus, or is it just you can re-roll and it's a 10 plus?
If you rolled a 10 or less, you'd have added 10 to it. If
I
you
see.
rolled 11 or more, you don't.
Okay. All right.
So basically, the minimum you can roll is an 11.
Right. Understood.
1 sec.
And I have been attempting to get him a little bit.
No, he's on low end of craftiness rather than high end. So
Do do do.
Newt Newt.
Note.
Meanwhile, back on shore.
Man, I think he's dead.
I've eaten
Hey,
too many
Hey,
yams.
check this out, guys. And I make my
he
sword glow.
snatches your hand.
Oh
Over his
Oh
no!
shit!
Wait,
Uh-oh.
what happened?
He rolled. Damn it!
Wow.
And kisses it.
Oh.
He poisons your drink.
Oh no.
And he pushes
Alright.
it away. He takes his mug and hands it to a crew member. He allows you to finish your wine before he takes it, hands it to the crew member. I should have known it was too good to be true.
I was pouring that glass for myself.
It was in my hand.
I was going to take it from you.
That seems outlandish.
Exactly.
I'm a rude son of a bitch.
I've always been outlandish.
You have been.
Do you want to know what it was?
What?
A love potion.
Why would you need me to love you more? Nothing is good enough for you, is it? Now I have to be magically ensorcelled to love you instead of just what comes naturally.
I said it was for me, so that I could love you.
And you do not love me now.
I know myself, though I question if you know yourself. You say you love me now, but you know that can change like the wind on this sea.
I am. You accuse me of being. What?
I accuse you of being.
Fickle?
That could be a word for it, but perhaps a more violent variety.
I have been known for being temperamental, but I do not consider this so potent a flaw that would require such an extreme measure.
Claude, currently hanging from the mast of your ship is a flag with a pair of scissors and my ball.
Well, yes.
I understand that I hurt you, and I do feel terrible for it. But I did not kill any one of yours. You have crossed the ocean, murdering scores, just to find me, which, by the way, I find incredibly romantic, and is part of the reason why I fell in love with you in the first place. But you cannot tell me a man who does this is not a man who sometimes has a little bit of a temper.
Well, maybe. I still don't like resorting to magic.
This is
That's
fair.
Well, yeah. Someone who
Just
takes.
The guy drinks it and dies.
The guy drinks it and it's actually real poison. Damn him with his 24. Well, it was not my intention to hurt you.
no, of course it wouldn't be. But you did regardless.
I did. But we've certainly hurt each other in the past.
When have I hurt you?
Sometimes- Well, oh, you know, all of those times in my history that I can make up right now. You're one of my additional characters. um, uh,
Like the time you cut off my balls the first time?
right. Remember when you cut off my balls and we had to get that potion so that my balls could come back?
Oh, right.
You have to get the Dragon Balls to make your wish.
Yeah.
That was the reason I thought this was such a good idea.
Yeah, it was still very painful. It was not like a thing.
Wait.
Right.
But I got you the potion.
You did get me the potion. So we've resorted to magic before in order to solve problems in our relationship.
Mm,
Claude, you are temperamental. You are violent. I love these things about you. I love these things about you, but not when they hurt me. Together with your violence and my tongue, and you know the other things that my tongue can do, we could own the sea. But I do not want that violence directed at my face or at my crotch.
I understand. I will not allow you to be harmed again. So long as you do not betray me again.
I will not betray you again. Here we go.
Does that require a bluff check?
It's a bluff check. All right.
That is a good enough bluff check.
43.
Yes, you succeeded.
I do have a history of lying to this man, and he didn't.
That is true.
But yeah,
but-
that's true.
He appears to be believing you right now.
Claude, you already love me. So what difference would it make if you drank that potion?
It would surely make none. And he takes the potion and corks it.
All
And
right.
looking at you the entire time, he drinks it down.
And he looks at the poop deck swabber.
Oh no.
No, he stares at you the entire time. And when he is done, he throws the bottle away. And he
We
looks at you.
embrace in a passionate kiss.
Yes. He goes, "Kiss me, Cesare."
I do.
Okay.
Wet
Roll.
noise, wet noise, wet noise. Oh, roll? What, my diplomacy? Yeah. My charisma. It's just a flat
Yeah.
charisma roll.
How good are you at smooching?
Or
I mean, the thi-
dexterity.
I got
Where are those
I got both of those. The thing is that that's only 7, even if I rolled see, just a 12.
Yes.
It's still
A lot of times it's diplomacy. I would have rolled that, but
oh well, if you wanted it to be diplomacy, then that 5 becomes a 29.
Oh my god.
okay, you're good. Turns out you're good.
The tongues.
Although yeah, I do have the tongue of many towns trait. So. Okay.
And yes.
Claude, what do you say we turn this boat around? Why do we have to work for the region?
We don't. Where shall we go, my sweet?
Wait, so it was an actual love potion? I thought it was poison.
No, it was an actual love potion. That was the thing
Nice.
that you guys like. I wasn't.
Yeah, remember?
Oh.
There was like this merchant woman.
Okay.
I pinged Fruit. Hey, Fruit, do you want to buy this love potion? He's like, yeah.
And it was like for an absurd amount of money, but I was like, this is for story reasons though.
This'll come up.
So I bought it. Yeah.
All right.
Do I want to do this? The thing is with the effect of the love potion, if he gets a dispel magic on him, it goes away.
So you kill him.
Yeah.
Don't tell Kojal Straza.
He's a bad man.
But Kojal Straza's a stick in the mud.
He is.
I mean, you'd have to fight him and his entire crew.
Well, no, because he's helpless.
He's not helpless. He's just hugging you.
That's all right. All right. Anyway, yeah, we return. Well, I think first things first. Let's drop off the lovely Sadario, though. Wait, or do I still go there and turn over Sadario? Been killed. No, that's too complicated and convoluted.
Yes. Take the Ryudo girl back to her home or whatever. At which point Gadaris goes, "Nah, it's cool, B. I got it." And he wings erupts from his back. He lifts off into the air and he flies back to shore.
Okay.
What?
Claude watches him go, and then he looks back at you, and he goes, "That wasn't actually Sada Ryudo, was it?"
No, she had a recent thing happen to her where suddenly firepower. It literally just happened with the tile back there. That was as shocking to me as it was to you. You know, in retrospect, this is probably why she agreed to come onto this ship, is because she knew that she had that out to be able to escape. She's much more clever than I give her credit for.
All right, roll bluff on that one.
All right. Ooh.
Oh.
Only a 35.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Does Cesare get his balls cut off yet?
Almost.
No, I think I gotta keep them.
He believes you.
Hell yes.
Oh, you. So, where to first? Viven? Coast of the Empire. They say there's very takings off the Rajpanates right now.
You know, one ship, it's pretty good. But what about a fleet?
Where am I going to get a fleet of ships? Are we going to
How
take
what if I
yours?
told you that I already have a fleet of ships? I have
You
been
have-
working with this new regency after all.
You have 2 ships.
I have 2 ships. And we are going to be getting more.
Where, pray tell, are we going to get more ships?
From around.
Also, well,
What?
around?
There's ships all over the place, and we currently have supremacy.
I am not too impressed with these local Hadanese ships. Honest.
This is true.
Very top heavy. They knock over. I wouldn't
Right,
want to be
and when
in
they
one of
blow
those
up, they go all over the.
Yes, that too. But enough. If you want a fleet of ships, by all the gods old and new, I will get you one.
Okay.
And he pulls you up into his arms. And he goes to his crew. Make sail. Anywhere. Just find a ship. I want a few more. And he takes you back into his cabin.
I can't believe Chazari left us.
Yes. Meanwhile, the rest of you, Gidaris lands in front of you.
I have great news.
Hey guys, check this out. And I make a rock
Saga.
light up.
Oh,
Very cool. So, yeah, it went good. They made up.
Oh,
Wait,
Really?
isn't that- Wait,
Yeah,
what?
I'm not like this is not me being, hey, evil, nefarious devil creature. Although I will point out that I am specifically not
Yeah.
a devil. Is lying to you. That's totally the truth. They totally made up back there.
Oh,
It
cool.
involves a love potion, yeah, but like
What?
they like this now. And he
Oh, okay.
entwines 2 of his fingers.
oh.
Well, when will he come back?
Eh.
What?
man, romance be like that sometimes.
Well,
Yeah,
That's
I think they're like doing it right now. So
Well,
I wouldn't expect them before
okay.
tomorrow.
Well,
But
Why is it so gross? That's
after that, I think
Because
they're
it's
like
Cesare.
going
Our
and
grandpa.
getting ships for stuff.
cool.
It's not the idea that they're probably happy. It's the fact that it's Cesare having sex in my brain.
Don't be crude.
I'm having the sex right now in your brain.
in
In your brain.
Zapire's brain.
Right.
I psychonautsed inside of your head.
Get
Yeah,
out.
Claude's class is actually psychic, and they took a astral projection journey.
Oh, there's some astral projecting going on.
oh wow.
Get out of my mind.
All right. Yeah, this is probably an appropriate time for me to tell you guys that painful.
Oh.
Cut out in
It's
the,
also an appropriate time for you to cut out, I guess.
like,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
like
Yeah,
your
that's
entire
very funny.
sentence.
this is an appropriate time for me to say that I'm leaving the campaign for probably a couple of months, if not longer.
What?
Mm.
Yeah, so Cesare's not in. I did not. Sal sprung this on me. I was not expecting Claude to suddenly return and me having to roleplay making out with him. I just told him earlier that it's been too much for me recently, and I need to step away for a little
Oh,
bit.
darn, okay.
Oh.
So I mean, Cesare still exists as a character, or whatever. And I can still do the diplomacy stuff, and I'll move over all of like the bank sheets and the kingdom building sheets and stuff like that.
Huh.
And obviously, the wiki basically runs itself. But I'm not going to be here on Sundays for a
Oh,
while.
Okay.
I'll miss you, Fruit.
Yeah.
I can't
that-
believe you're gone forever.
We're gonna miss you.
Can't believe Fruit is actually dead.
Fruit's
You're the
actually
glue
dead.
that binds the party's sense
What
together.
will he do without Cesare?
God.
Probably be a lot less effective.
Oh no.
Hey, Fruit, is Starfinder still on?
Starfinder is going to be moved I'm still not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm just going to do it twice a month instead of, well, every other week.
Yeah.
Sometimes months have 5 weeks.
No, I know what you mean.
What?
So you're you're just cutting back on all that in general.
Yeah, I already talked to Greaves about it on
Okay.
Huh.
Shadowrun as well. I'm also going to be on Discord a lot less,
Oh.
Damn.
What about Divinity?
and I'll never play Divinity with you.
Never
Ah,
play Divinity
shit.
again.
But we're so close.
ever.
Yeah, we're right at the end.
No, I
Right
can
there,
still do
man.
Divinity. Like, it's not. I'm not like trying. Obviously, talk to me,
Oh.
contact me if they want to, and you can. I'm not like. I'm not trying to like go into like a hermit stance, and if you try to talk
Off the
to me,
grid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Fruit has to.
I-
Fruit goes off the grid to scale a mountain and train with monks.
Yeah. Admittedly, I was just confused there. Like, wait, what?
I just need to pull away right now. I'm spending too much time, and it's been a little bit unhealthy. So I'm just not going to be looking at Discord like constantly every minute of my life.
No, yeah.
Wow. Can't believe you're breaking up with us.
Really positive.
I can't believe you want to take a break, Fruit. Jeez.
Yeah.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Yeah.
I'll miss you, Fruit.
I am glad that you are making the decision that you think is best for yourself.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
I was actually really, really upset and angry.
Yeah.
Until
Well, so I actually, when Sal sprung this Claude stuff, I was like, oh fuck, he's.
He's forcing you back in.
Yeah, actually, that was the other thought. It's like, oh my god, he's gonna end it with Claude's boat showing up, and then I'm gonna have to be like, all right, bye guys.
until we meet again, Bird.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm still gonna be around. I'm just not. Gonna
No,
be
you're never gonna be you're never gonna be around again.
Goodbye.
Goodbye forever. No.
Okay, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know if there's more to the session still.
I think
No,
that's about
that's,
it.
it pretty much ends there.
Says, well, shit. Then she shoots a flare.
Sweet.
Could have
Bang.
I send Iago back to like tell Pascal what's up, and all of the other cohorts and people.
Okay.
And then Pascal Iago returns to you, Cesare, and goes, I think this is gonna be a great new team.
Jeez Louise.
Who is the bird?
He is good.
My son.
He is good, bird.
Freeze frame credits show.
Then you see a single hook hand chip, and you see a halfling pull himself over. I'm here too.
Alright. Well,
Well,
that's it then.
Well,
That's
no,
it.
it's not it. Well, for tonight.
Well, yeah, for tonight.
But yeah, Fruit,
What a
I hope
successful
that your
trial.
return is sooner than later, but
Mm.
I hope you
Same.
take exactly as much time as you need.
Yeah, same. I
Yeah,
understand.
just
Just,
keep in contact, my dude. We
Take
like
over
talking
the
to you.
entire kingdom, and then I'll come over and be like,
All right.
I did it.
Well, at that point, though, isn't Cesare retiring anyways?
yes.
Yeah, but there's sort of.
Fruit will play a new character.
It's not retiring. It's moving on to his next great.
Yeah. Well, he's retiring from this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he'd move on to become like a gourmet or something.
The
No,
gourmand.
move on to take over the then.
Gourmand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
All right. Well.
Well,
he'll still do the whatever, grand diplomating,
All right.
etc.